Alright, welcome on in everyone. The mic tried to get me there, but I was watching this time. How are you all doing this afternoon? I'm going to turn it down on my end just a little bit. Shouldn't change anything on you guys' side. I just can't hear myself think. Hey, just yes, welcome on into the stream. Anyone else there lurking as well, welcome. So we're going to go ahead and pick things up where we left off last time here in Age of Wonders 4, where we were with Thorgrim. This is actually kind of a different campaign style from our last one, where we were going more or less for a domination. This one is one where we are in charge of basically making an alliance with all of the other, at least friendly factions that are in the area, except for Gaston here. Edward Portsmouth is the kind of the big bad, or at least one of the big bads for this campaign, even if he is a little bit confused at the moment. So he's kind of come on out of nowhere. He dropped a whole bunch of outposts in. Excuse me, map. Relax. He dropped a bunch of outposts in that actually exploded the area. So you can see here at Barakvar, we've got a bunch of ashen land. So this was an outpost that dropped down and blew up the area. He dropped a couple of them in with a bunch of tanks. And so we fought off that first group, and our allies are going to do it the same here in the north. So hopefully Carissa can do the good old Grimnir's work and hold the line. There's a couple of them up there, so that's what really what we are going to be mainly worried about. The other victory condition here, besides just making an alliance with all of the other friendly factions that were actually here for a contest, is the seals on the map. So if we come on in and take a look at the seals victory condition here in the quests, we can actually take a look at where all the seals are. I didn't realize this would this last time we were playing, but this would have been super helpful. So these 4 seals, as long as you have an army or one of your units sitting on top of them, you will be gaining 1 point per turn. So since we have 2 of them, we're getting 2. Once you hit up to 90 of these points, you actually win the Seals victory, and doing so will actually complete both the Sehiran Trials and the Naught But Dread Pantheon quests we have active for this story realm. So we're being buddies with the manlings here, as well as the Orc Filth that is led by Carissa, and the Undead Orc Filth down here. Not normally what we'd be up to, but this place discourages war, and we wouldn't want to be fighting the other factions on this map anyway, as our main focus is supposed to be evil Gaston. So we've got Barakvar, Karazokrag, Karak 8 Peaks, and then yet an unnamed we hold that we will go ahead and have to name later on in. But that is about what we are up to. So like I said, we've got 2 of the seals located, units nearby, that way they can heal easily. And we're putting an outpost next to all the seals too, that way if any of our units get wounded, because what it has been telling us is, while we have the seals controlled for now, it's going to summon in armies on every so often to basically try to take the seals back from us. So we do need to make sure we're basically maintaining a very defensive position, one that we can also heal up after the pretty strenuous fights we'll have too, because the things that are guarding this are quite mean. You've got very high tier units that have lots of nasty abilities, like good old demonic Skarmory we've been dealing with for the past couple campaigns here. This big murderous spider with some mammoth tusks. Some evil golden dwarves. They've got the gold sickness to them. So we've got all sorts of nonsense to deal with clearing it out. So we've got the outpost going in. Once we heal up a little bit, we can go for clearing this seal here. Then eventually we can try to grab the one all the way up in this top portion. But there's only 4 seals on the map. You can only ever get 4 points per turn, which is a little bit interesting. That means it's going to be a long campaign for the seal victory no matter what here. That's pretty much all we can get to for this turn. The only reason I hadn't ended the turn yet, just so we could pick up with some action, is usually on the starts of these story realm turns, things happen event-wise that we'll need to deal with, so I wanted to keep that unspoiled for you all there. That's what we got. Let's go swing on into Thorgrim on his mighty battle beetle, and we'll have the turn. He said, "You're still keeping an eye on our Catering campaign. I signed the oath of giving back the settlements once the greenskins are gone." Fair enough, I did. And I shall try my best to hold to that oath. Yeah, all of the other factions have got very spread out armies. Okay, so divided we fall. As Edward's liberation of the realm develops, Alfred attempts to reason with him. Let's see if we can figure out a voice for Alfred here. "You were once one of the torchbearers who united the nations of Athla," Alfred says. It's the same voice, it's just a little bit more. "But the wizards on this realm are not your enemy. We aim to bring unity to Magehaven." For a moment, Edward seems distraught, but then the anger returns. "Unity? The Commonwealth was unity. Wizards only know deceit. Your mind is poisoned, and I will not allow you to hinder me. Surrender or perish." Alfred's expression hardens. It saddens me to see a hero fall to the fervor of war, O last dreadnought. Alfred will be me. But I cannot allow your threats against my allies to go unanswered. The result is a war between Alfred and Edward. I figured it already was, because we were fighting him to the start. I will indeed stand together with Alfred, which will give us an alliance with him. Aye, we stand with you, Manling. You forged an alliance with King Alfred Eldestone. He approaches you with a smile. Great High King, I'm glad we've reached an alliance. I knew these trials were not in vain. No matter our origins, together we can protect the innocent people of all realms from those who mean harm. I'm glad to have you on my side, High King Thorgrim. What will our first decree be as we bring the Sehiran Oasis together? We can have bards in town, criers, promote unity and harmony between our peoples. Nay, that's lame. We can build grand structures to celebrate our shared prosperity. Well, this is specific because we are Materium. All of our cities are going to get a chunky bit of stability, and a hefty chunk of production as well. Or lastly, all of us must provide gold, so a forced tax for the people. No, probably we'll just build up some grand structures. Time to build up the vaults of Paddock 8 Peaks. Excellent. So we've secured our first alliance there, and I'm sure to secure the rest of these here, all we have to do is these specific events. Because if we come on in to talk to, say, Noctis, he does not allow us to have a defensive pact for any reason, which is a little bit interesting, so I'm guessing we must do it through those events. Which is fine. He's got the Arcanamore. Free recruitment for units is cheaper. I don't really care about that so much, so let's come on in back to the surface, because we've got the undead orcs are actually underground. Necromancer. Yeah, he's gonna be hard to stay on side of if he's gonna be a necromancer like that. Maybe they've got a culture where when you fall, you get to come back as honored dead, kind of similar to the Tomb Kings. Who knows? We'll go ahead and have some awakened tools active here in Badakvar, more production and draft with the cost of a bit of our stability. We received a message. Oh, he's pondering his many allies and enemies, and he's glad that we are an ally, so you think. Do you actually have any magic materials we can secure from you here? Neither we don't have. Let's go ahead and back on out. So he has the Silver Tongue Fruit and the Archon Blood. Let's take a quick look at what we have here. We're missing the Astral Dew. And I wouldn't mind securing the Silver Tongue Fruit from him, so let's see what he's willing to trade that for. 5 gold per turn is really not that much, so I absolutely will happily trade that with you. So now he no longer has that, so that's why he was boosting up Allegiance so quickly with all of the free cities. That makes sense. What about you there, Carissa? What do you have? Oh, she's currently sleeping with the fishes. Makes sense. Then you just have the Arcanamore. And are willing to trade us mana per turn. Apparently not very much. Alright, we can do that. Make us a little bit more mana. Goodbye. But don't worry there, Justice. I am just as forgetful as you when it comes to these things. So likely I'll need to be reminded to give the settlements back. Problem is I don't tend to like how the Dawi like to remind. We've got several outposts founded on in, of which all of them are going to need some walls to be safe. So let's get those palisade walls on into all of them. We'll take the turn to grab them. I guess this one doesn't need the walls nearly as badly, but still, if one of the roving armies comes on and decides to take it, there's nothing we'll be able to do about it. So bring you in with Thorgrim here to do some replenishing. And we'll merge those armies, that way we get the upkeep reduction that Thorgrim is providing. Most of your heroes, as long as you have the hero's skill, can provide some nice upkeep reduction. So we'll bring all these armies into the outpost to do some healing. You two as well, come on over here and just do some patching yourself up. Perfect. Who owns this army? It appears to be a quest army of some kind, but it may belong to Morn. I'm not sure. I didn't say it belongs to Morn. It's a bunch of beasties. Alright, so for this turn, I would like to get the linked mines going, so I think we're gonna have to wait. So we can get our additional minor race transformation. It gives us hyper awareness as long as we're standing next to a construct or another unit with linked mines. Hyper awareness makes it so that you can no longer be flanked. It's very useful. Let's get rid of these 2 outposts that have been founded. Steel Shaper, Barakvar has the farmstead up. Love to see it. So these are all going in for a single turn. More gold income, more knowledge, more mana. Let's go ahead and snag the workshop for the instant build. And then we'll let them just produce merchandise here for this next turn. As far as our Imperium goes, I'd like to just wait and grab the Right of Wealth here just to grab the 2,000 gold. So that'd be 250. And it's going to be a few turns. We could also quickly attract on in some more population here in Barakvar. I think would be a better immediate boon. So here we're going to grab the research post for a little bit more knowledge. We forged an alliance. Break it immediately. Right over our knee. Spawn to a hero's offer to join. I have no cash. You guys are going to have to wait. I'd love for us to gain some other heroes of the Da. We could maybe bring in a Beligar, but all we have here is these shield maidens. Like 8 peaks. Oh no, we already knew. There's the Steel Shaper there. She's into the army. Do any of you need healing? No, actually, they're very well set up. Dark 8 Peaks can also grab another province. Lovely. All of these huts are not super useful. Grab a forester here. Each quarry gives us an additional 2 gold income. We'll go ahead and grab a quarry there. Plus more quarries next to the central quarry makes the central quarry better at its job. It's only got 25 gold left over. And we can also send out our scouts. Hopefully we snag a little bit more for some more buildings. Scouts do some prospecting here in these mountains. Hey, ask and ye shall receive. We'll have you chill out for a turn. Heal like we need you to. We're about to trespass. I'm gonna have to go through. Not gonna make the people of Astralonium very happy, is it? Alright, so I guess we'll go ahead and take the long route round. That way we're not building up grievances with Alfred here. Unfortunate, but we'll take the a little bit longer just to get around. Alright, so for us, what we like to build. More of the special province improvements would be awesome, especially if they're just going in immediately. Worker Construct Nexus, we could go ahead and pop in. We put it in here. Counts as a quarry, but it's not really benefiting that much from what's around. Parakeet Beach just doesn't have quite enough nearby stuff to actually make it worth it. So we'll bring out of that for now, and we'll probably come in and grab just a stonemason for even more production here in this province. And then even the shrine. This is how cheap it is. Excellent stuff. Now you find me some more gold too. We shall provide you with extra cookies. You failed me for the last time. Yeah, no construction here. This is just fine. We need to wait for the next couple turns. We should have, well, actually next turn exactly, we should have enough for the linked mines. We'll have to wait a couple for those world map casting points, though. Hey, Creo, welcome to see you. Good to see you. Welcome in and good to see you blended together. That's what you get. Good evening. Oh, looky there. So like I was saying, they are going to send units to come out and try to stop you from maintaining hold. Elemental Bane. Every 2 turns, 3 random enemy units have a 90% chance to be inflicted with Ghost Fire, Electrified, and Frozen. Well, that's terrifying. Well, we've got to fight it. I don't trust auto combat. Let's get on in there. Warm-up battle's not going to be an easy one. Man, I didn't think they'd be sending stuff at us right away. Hold the line. Alright, so we'll go ahead and bring the heroes around. They're going to be our main source of damage here. We do have to keep in mind that all of these snow spirits, at least the leveled up versions, can teleport. So we'll get everyone moving on in. We want to use our defensive tactics well to force them into... we want them to come on in and attack a position that they can, or at least we want to get close enough that they can attack us. But also using what we got here is a good idea too. Those shapers are a little bit further apart than I would like. Okay, so we need at least an action point to go for the heals. Bolster defense will be great once the enemy gets a little bit closer to us. Restore here. Definitely on some of our Anvil Guard. Let's hang out in this position. We'll definitely want to try to fill in these gaps a little bit more. So probably having Larissa. And that's probably a good one to try to draw them towards us. Their teleports will be behind our heroes or... well, I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, leave her here. Crossbow in this position, God mode, or we get the Inspiring Defense. Yeah, let's wait for the Inspiring Defense. Everyone else, God mode for me. Turn. Bring it, demons. Next turn, though, we are going to have Ghost Fire, Electrified, Frozen. Frozen's going to be miserable. Oh, there it is. Okay, so our Steel Shapers are frozen, and everything else got hit by lightning and such. Awesome. Okay. She's more or less a shield banger. Phasing attack's gonna be a problem. So what we'll do is bring you to here. Priestess of Bonk. It's about time to summon an element of our own, but not just yet. We hit the evocation, just a little bit too far out of range. Stone Skin is 3 extra defense, 3 extra resistance. Not a bad one. Not a bad one at all. Let's go ahead and bring in defensive boys together. That teleport is concerning. I think they have to wait one more turn before they get it, though. So we'll bolster the defense up onto these guys. Have them turn. I'm thinking an Inspired Defense is probably very worth it. Now we'll bring Larissa around to this part of the shield wall. He can't get in there to use his weapons just yet, so we'll have to perhaps move them around. Alright, so let's go for bolstering a chant here on this set of our guard. Try to pair up their numbers a little bit here. I'm pretty sure elementals can use teleport from the get-go. Can they now? It says it's on cooldown and we can't use it for one more turn. I don't know if that was a recent change or what, but I remember they used to be able to definitely use it right off the bat. And it was another nightmare. Alright, bolster defense. Have yours give you strength and heal a bit. No, I don't think so. Also, let's build up some damage from this. Okay, so it reset without quite showing it did. They're trying to bait us in. Even if they do, so if they go for the teleport now, how far can they move? As long as they've moved up a little bit, they can teleport pretty much anywhere they want. Yeah, the teleport's a big problem. Another big problem is the fact that you're still frozen. Alright, so I'm moving behind here. go for the taunt from here? No, you have to get way closer, don't you? It's a, you have to be one turn away. Or one tile away, that is. Yeah, absolutely not. We will tank up and wait for them to come to us. But I think I will rotate the likes of these Arbalists. Which means I think we're going to get everyone dogpiling these Steel Shapers here. Let's pull back with you two. We're going to get hit by the effects again this next turn, so hopefully we don't get struck by too much Frozen. We can go Bolstering Chant on probably these Anvil Guard here, or these Arbalists just in case. And I think once again we wait to summon in the Elemental. Actually, you know what? Let's go for it now. We will get one less turn of use, but the fact that it's this one is much more useful. So it can use the Explosive Phase immediately if it comes on in. Looks like, just not if it is... Not if it's starting off on the map, I guess. We lose one turn of its damage. It's a little bit unfortunate, but at least Larissa can now move next turn. Soon that taunt will become ranged. Cannot wait for that. I 100% agree. Alright, they're going for the teleport here. Oh no, just for the immobilization. There's the teleport. Alright, freezes another one of our units. Thank goodness they miss. Not that it's really going to matter if they get struck by lightning. Ghost Fire and lightning. Oh man, we're not doing so well here. Okay, so we've got all sorts of good options. I definitely think we're going to want to go for Strength from Steel on a couple of our units that are going to need it. I don't know if trying to revive them is going to be very, very worthwhile. Mages are definitely going to be... Go ahead and teleport behind, or we could go for the Incinerate on these three. Not going to be dealing that much damage, but they're all clumped up. Alright, Larissa, we can have you channel up some power. If we go for the Rock Blast on... we can get rid of defense mode and the retaliation, but we're using a good deal of our magic. Let's do it. Use a good deal of our magic because it gets rid of defense mode. Aye. Bonk these guys with the old shield bash. Oh wow, this guy is hanky. We're gonna throw the crossbow here. Not bad. We need to try to get some more heals. Move in here and start clobbering this big boy here. I don't know if they're going to do as much damage as what the bigger ones are going to be capable of. We go for grant defense on you, or more damage. Let's grant defense. I think they not only are going to make it ranged, they're going to make it last for longer too on the taunt, from what they're saying. Alright, so lightning invocation in this general vicinity. I had a... Get a little bit interrupted. I have one of the meow meows throwing a fit in the other room. Might have to get up and deal with that. In the meantime, though, strength with steel. We need to get some really good heals on a couple of these guys here. I just don't think we're going to be able to bring these arbalists back. Try to really buff up the anvil guard. Strength. 6 times strength seems pretty decent. Sundering that defense allows them to get a little bit more damage in. We can force these icy boys to go after this set of anvil guard. But if we do, I think they're going to get flanked by all of their ranged. We instead go for more damage. Yep. They're going to get flanked either way, but we can at least take this guy down a little bit. Yep, physical damage against the elementals. Not fantastic. Yeah, I think going for the taunt was probably actually the better call. That way this Arbol is going to get drop kicked now. Unfortunate. Oh, she just got taken out by being electrified. Even worse. There's a teleport taking out one of our steel shapers. I figure this one's going to be a pretty costly fight. Ouch. And we're guarded doomed. Alright, what can we do here? Fire bolts to get maximum damage on the evokers. We're not going to get much on... Strength from steel will get these guys way healed up and hopefully give them a little bit more in terms of models for damage. We can just blast. Yeah, we'll overdraw a blast of these guys right in the back. We can do the same thing here with the rock blast. I figure we can just finish these guys off with it. Come one up and start doing some damage to... Probably will go for after you all. Really? You're not able to just walk away from it? Oh, immobilize, that'd be why. Okay, well we can use the teleport then. I figured I could get further away than I'm currently capable of. Alright, Magma Spirit. You deal some damage over here to this group of evokers. Bop, bop. 3 times, obviously. Come on, finish off this unit. Now, while we did take some casualties, we can replenish them here. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff I'm looking forward to here with the upcoming DLC. The Oathsworn culture looks like quite a bit of fun. They do look like they're starting out fairly overtuned, but isn't that how the new factions had to come on in? Oh, she got frozen, did she? Oh, we got all the unlucky there. Alright, well, most of our units are froze. I'll just walk this way with you lot. Behind here, we can go for that bolster defense, even if it's not getting anyone else. If they try to shoot them, walk away and shoot them once, it just won't work out for them. Oh, I don't wanted to take a look. I just wanted to here and throw our steel blast at these guys. Not bad damage. If we overdraw it, still only 50% chance to hit. Yeah, so we want to make sure we have a high chance. Only get to shoot once no matter what with the crossbows, so... Not bad. Finish them off. The gubbos. They'll take one step back, or just burn. Or burn in holy retribution. We'll lose one of our Anvil Guard, a Arbalist, and then a Steel Shaper. but we can maintain a hold over the seal here. Alright, so that means we definitely need to get back to recruiting more troops. So we'll grab an Anvil Guard here. Can't wait to fight the Harmony Bound player with their regen popping up on every single one of the... Oh, yeah, every single time you hit them, they get their lovely little bit of regen. Yeah, it sounds like fun for sure. The thing with running into the primal factions, it is a pain to fight them. Oh, perfect. Even more mountains to prospect. Our lucky day. Also, our lucky day that no other empires here are actually Imperium or Materium based. Listen, you clown. I wanted to claim this position so I can get closer to the seal. I think we need at least one more unit before fighting here. Well, nothing there is incredibly dangerous. We're just visiting the Bastion with the squad. Alright, so let's go ahead and come on in here and grab ourselves another Steel Shaper. And then I would say the Arbalest too. So maybe I can get this Anvil Guard hurried. The answer is no. So we'll come back to that. Intergraves will be nasty to fight against. I'd say all three of them are going to be pretty rough. For different reasons. Because the one they've been showing off is Strife, and you can see just how dangerous they are. As far as structures go, I kind of prefer to make sure we're building up. I put it as a Karak first. In here, the second tier of the Wizard Tower gives us even more Imperium, more vision range, and then magical units, which we're not really necessarily worried about here with Materium. In production income per quarry, we'll probably make this one the Workers Guild then. The industry compound, population 12 is how you boost it, or no, population 15 is how you boost it. Do we have any special province improvements that we can actually still go for here? Oh no, we've already built them all. So let's go ahead and try to focus 8 peaks for a moment. And per adjacent quarry. I mean, this one wouldn't be a bad call. We're only getting draft, though, instead of our proper amount of production. Runecarver's Camp's great, but let's go for the Workers' Construct Nexus here, and we'll just kind of build things out around it. That will do. Then we can get an Arbalest in this city and just send them all up there together. You all can hang out nearby. We'll just have you join back up with this army then. No reason to be separate. Nah, the Intergraves buff comes from the Tome of Prosperity, means that anyone can get it. Harmony Oath gain their heals based on how harmonious they are. And so on Paragon, they can heal up to 50 health. So you're already into the deep magics and the stats. Fair enough. We're just watching. I haven't caught up with the most recent of the dev blogs, but just watching them smack one of those Harmony Dragons that just gains health every time they hit it is a nightmare to watch. Thorgrim, I'd like one more turn of healing before we move on with you. You gotta go one more turn here with this one too. We can actually summon in the Copper Golem this turn, and we should have enough mana to go for what I would like to next turn, so we'll grab a Copper Golem to help him out. A little bit of reinforcements. And then we do some more prospecting. Gold found there. Lovely. Helps out with the gold sickness. So the gold there as well. And then, oh yeah, you've got movement orders. You're gonna wait. Sounds good to me. I'm betting this one's bound to be attacked soon then. Alright, so no attack. Infestation, though, from the Astral Rift is sending an invading force. Hosts of otherworldly foes have managed to break through in places where the veil between our world and the Astral Sea is weak, or has been ruptured. This was like a demonic portal. Sounds like a lot of fun. I've been denounced. You have crossed me. You've captured a seal. I advise you to stop this treachery or there will be consequences. How about you focus on your own? You were dead just a moment ago. And she's been trying to start trouble since she showed up. Spawn to another hero's offer to join us. We've got the snake, or the crocodilians, the shadow crocodilians ready to join us now. Offensive duelist. Immovable. Or resourceful from the halflings. I think we'll wait on this. We need to get Resurrect built up further. And for that, I think we definitely want in the Workers Guild. We need 4 farms to boost it. That is never happening. Let's build it a base. Marvelous. Let's go ahead and get moving on up here to the north. Join up with the Seal Defense. Here at Bodakvar, we can go for... Really don't need any more boosted mana, so let's snag in the Shipyard. We need a Forester to make that one boosted. I don't think we can even have one with all the desolate territory we have around here. Let's go ahead and grab that in now. A little bit more gold. Shipyard brings you in lots of nice things, like gold in the first one. Oh, I can't see it here. Fishmonger gives you food, and then the Grand Wharf brings you production, so it's got lots of cool stuff. And then per coast or Underground Lake Province, you get a whole bunch of different things. So Bodakvar is going to be the main seaport, of course. Artisan armaments are complete, so we've got ourselves a new enchantment to work on. Our next research is going to be Siege Magic. This would make only our support units and our battle mages better in sieges, and they also have siege breakers. They deal extra fortification damage, so it makes our sieges shorter. I don't think we're going to worry about sieges so much for this campaign, so making sure we can throw hands with ease is really what we're going for here. Bronze Golem sounds good. Please, let me have it. There we are. And we'd also snag the linked mines, too. We'll grab artisan armaments afterwards, as long as we can afford the upkeep. Alright, everything's got their palisade walls. Love to see it. Is this province the one with the mana node? Oh, awesome. So here we're going to go ahead and get in a work camp that we can try to reach out and grab this one before Carissa the Red does. And you've got your walls. 8 Peaks needs something to do. You are going to produce merchandise. How exciting. Special improvements give you 5 gold. Cities that share a border. I think we already have all the ones that are impacted here, just the ones that are not. So mines get you 10 mana. Don't have that many mines. We'll not go for that one. Alright, more prospecting. We didn't even realize... Oh, it's the entire mountain range here. Perfect. Also bring you guys in to go after the seal. Well, actually, now that we have the gold, we can go for some more buildings here in 8 Peaks as well. I'll snag the tavern to further boost our stability. It's up in orderly right now, which is just 1 beneath harmony, which gives us 15% bonus to all of our yields here, which would be great. Alright, yeah, let's get them. A risky battle. So this one also has that elemental bane. Ghostfire, electrified, and frozen. Alright, fine. We'll hold off for now. We'll bring in a little bit more reinforcement. See if we can get one of Alfred's troops to come on over here towards us. Because sometimes they might linger close enough we can bring them in as reinforcements. That'd be fantastic. So I'll chill out for now. Also, if we have the linked mines, it'll be much more useful for that battle, not being able to be flanked as long as we're standing next to one another. Let's go ahead and swap you out, that way we can heal. Perfect, still in range. I lost a seal. Go on lying, Thorgrim. I have captured a seal. Unless that woke up more guardians immediately, that'd be quite sad, but not to be unexpected. Looks like this horrifying monstrosity is burning things down. Oh, good. A Mage Bane, a Lost Wizard. So whatever's coming out of over here is going to be extremely dangerous. Good to know. I'll come back and prospect this last mountain tile here. Please. There we go. And we gain the Giant's Bane. A lovely lance for taking down large targets. 40% damage against large targets, which is pretty awesome. I will take that, thank you. Next, you will move to these cliffs. I don't know what I'm gonna do with not playing Materium Culture next time. Being able to just yoink goodies out of the mountains like this is pretty dang awesome. Why is Carissa so small? I don't know. Oh, yeah, she's a spawnkin, so she made herself, she's a wee Carissa now. Little Carissa. Ooh. Yeah, that's a... I mean, she's still terrifying, but still, it's interesting looking for sure. Oh, here comes Edward. Oh, was that... Oh, no. He can send out more ironclads like that? Oh, no. As if we didn't have enough to deal with. Here comes a secondary invasion force. Oh, Gaston himself. The Mage Killer. Deals 40% damage against units with Battle Mage, units support units, and Wizard Kings. Oh boy. The Mask of Precision, so he doesn't miss with his Mage Lock. Mail of the Razorback. Gaston. He's also got the Juggernaut Greaves, so he's going to blow up objects in his way too. Good grief. Belt of the Berserker. So when he can't die for a turn. Oh man. Lightning Strike. And Raising Undead. And just nothing but Ironclads. I mean... Oh, and Hawklad. Boja Trek the Blade Master. No, your name's Hawklad, sorry. That also is just a full army of Ironclads, really? Alright, so blowing up those outposts is extremely important for us. Get over here to defend the seal. Oh, welcome, Green Knight. This Omen Hollow army hopefully is moving up towards this monster den like I asked them to. Alright, they're also sending some invading forces from over here. Good to know. Highest skill development available. All active units permanently gain 1 defense and 1 resistance. Oh, that's repeatable, is it? That's pretty impressive. Special province improvements cost a little bit less gold and production. And now I think if anything, we're just going to go for the pure grab 2,000 gold and run. Especially for what's coming. Get up here towards that seal. 8 Peaks can annex another province. Sounds awesome. Let's come on in and grab, I'd say, another Forester. Production here, we'll come back. Come back to you, 8 Peaks. Steel Shaper here, definitely get you moving on up towards this squad. They're going to need all the help. All the help they can get. Far. Go ahead and get another Arbalist out there. 8 Peaks. Builders Quarters, Golem Mine. We just pop it in here. Just keep getting our auto build quarries. Yeah, we'll have to wait there too. Let's come on in and grab the blacksmith, because we can at least use the draft for either recruiting units or for food. Oh, here they come. Mage Bane, the Watcher, a couple of Flow Serpents, and a couple of Astral Wisps. I think we can take them. Peaks, though I would really mind you getting us a little bit more reinforcements. Let's snag us a Halberd. Yeah, Halberdier sounds good. You come over here to these cliffs, give me some more gold, will ya? That'll do. I don't like sitting here, and I bet we could win this fight. Give you a Giant's Bane. Currently, we've got the Pyromancer's Slicer, which I don't think we should probably keep. We make Thorgrim a charger. If we give him a hammer, he's no longer on a mount, which we're keeping for his movement. We'll go ahead and give him a lance. Thorgrim, Lance Knight of the Realm. Alright, actually he loses his shield, does he? I don't know how well I like that. So in fact, I'm going to change my mind. We have to wait a turn. Punished. That's okay. I wasn't going to go for this fight just yet anyway. Or actually, now that we have a charger, maybe I will. Let's do it. High risk battle, I think not. Plus, getting a third seal online for us is going to be really useful. Bring it on in there, golems. You all move. Everyone's in their way, so they can't go that far. Guard, move here. Halberds, actually, let's see. It's a high unlikelihood that they're going to try to go around this rock here. Let's advance. Steel Shaper. Halberdiers are there. These are just the golems, not quite halberdiers. Marvelous. Then our Steel Shaper. Another move back and forth. I think I would have preferred the Steel Shaper here for the warding. That's alright. We'll get it up going in next turn. Bring it, demons. Ouch. Alright. Fair enough, demons. Okay, so they did a fair bit of damage there. And you were frozen. Oh, just one bit of bad luck is all it takes to completely get boned here. Let's go for, then, Bolstering Giant for some heals. Heal up here. I realized putting my our Lord up front here was not the best call. We're going to be forced to take some damage from those battle mages, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and taunt these chargers. Oh, they resisted, of course. Good for you. These guys have that frozen web ability, allows them to hit everything here, or if they go around. Halberds move on up next to. They're gonna get blasted by the frozen web no matter what here, so hopefully it doesn't freeze anyone. All we can do is hope. Nice. Summon in an extra unit. We get the Storm Spirit, which cannot teleport for 2 turns. Interesting. Nice fail. Let's move in and go after these guys, try to inflict some casualties, and give these guys a better target. Also, we move the Copper Golem up alongside. That way you can try to punish any of the transmuters that do not move along from there. And emphasis is on try to. Only 4 damage coming out of that crossbow shot. That is pretty pitiful. Not being able to overdraw is not fun. Able to shoot here is gonna be. Oh yeah. I shot them right in the back. Well done. Yeah, we'll go for the high 80% chance. The retaliation is brutal. Alright, well, that's the ton. Oh, they got everyone with the stun. This is as unlucky as we get. We also got everyone frozen, too. Unit down. And because they got stunned, they can't retaliate. Are they still stunned? Oh, wow, okay. Yeah. Frozen, too. We have control of no one. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and, can we reset this one? No? Okay, cool. We'd have to surrender, would we? Nah, I guess we're not gonna surrender. We'll keep fighting. At this point, we lose a turn. And there's nothing really we're gonna be able to do to him, which is all sorts of bad. Thankfully, you get to move, but not very far. The damage is gonna be really pitiful. I think you're with the copper golem. What do we do? I don't think there's much we can. Alright, let's go for... Everyone's either frozen or stunned. More armor on the golem. Get a really good heal here. Oh, I figured maybe if we get to remove the debuffs. Oh, okay. Fair enough. And we'll just charge strike here, take out 2 of their models. And now we proceed to get aggressively punished. And there goes our halberdiers. There goes the copper golem. Pretty much have to go for the heals. How many of our units are still stuck in place? It looks like not very many of them. That charge is going to be pathetic. Ouch. Even that overdraw is doing almost no damage to the transmuter. Yeah, sometimes you learn the hard way. Oh, you guys are frozen, and you guys are too. Dude. I don't think there's really much we're going to be able to accomplish here. And we grazed them and did nothing. Awesome. There goes our summon. And probably the rest of our units do. Maybe we hold Uncle Zhao stream after the mod patch. I probably will, yes. And even then, well, not after the mod patch, but we will definitely be having one here next week. The patch itself isn't meant to go live until the 31st. We do have a fair bit of time. This is all sorts of bad. See if we can't just flee. Likely it's not going to let us. Yeah, I'll just try to run. Or you can't be affected because you can't teleport to a tile that doesn't have something there. What's going on? Who knows? Okay, we're just going to run for our lives. Unfortunate. We have to rebuild this whole army. Oh, unless we get frozen, then we have no chance of running. Oh, man. Yeah, good for you guys. We got obliterated. Is it the 31st? It is indeed. It's the 31st. We got a good bit of time. And even then, I'm going to try it one more time. And even then, we can pretty easily roll back the DLC or not the DLC, roll back that patch, and continue the stream like that. Yeah, and I'm not sure how we can do this one a whole lot better. All it takes is one bad roll of getting frozen. And we'll do Arbalists here, because they're trying to stay away from us as much as they can. So let's see if we can pull the Anvil Guard up once. A bit more like this. Now we go for the extra bolster defense to you guys. Rollback, desimplify it? Oh yeah, no, there is a way to, in each of the, in Steam, there's a way in the settings you can go and actually roll back an update. Basically just take the update and go back to the previous one. And you can swap back and forth between them. The only reason I haven't been able to do it so much in the past is because of the kind of the layering of mods. Oh wow, that's a lot of stuns. So we're doing nothing for a view turret. That's even worse. All of our extra resistances from our shields and such, and all of our enchantments just not working out. Alright, well... yeah, this has done everything in the front here. These things are incredibly tanky, too. Alright, summon an elemental. It's not over till it's over. Not being able to use my healer, though. The turn we needed is all types of bad. Alright, so why are these transmuters so, or these evokers so tough? They shouldn't be, is the answer. Huh. Okay, fair enough. Step in the middle, deals damage and pushes everything away in a 4-hex cone. Let's go to the Chargers. We can bring the Copper Golem up to at least hit these evokers, but it's not going to do much. Wow, yeah, no, losing absolutely everyone for the turn is all sorts of lame. Because they're frozen, which means if once the spider deals extra damage to them, and they won't be able to get away, or they won't be able to do anything back. Ah, we just got outclassed here. We'll see about trying to pull these units out of here. I know we're back, but we're doing so piddly in terms of damage. It's not even worth. Is it just because we've been weakened a heap? Yeah. They've already got 5 stacks of weakened. Huh. We go for the Steel Fury chant. Will that flip their weakened over? No. It didn't remove. Did it just remove 1? Huh. No, it didn't. It didn't pretty much remove all of it. Well. Wow, even then, doing nothing to this matriarch. Take the retaliation from him. Ice Veil is a thing. Oh, we've already removed all the bad things. We can't heal now. Rapid flank on these transmuters. Sunder defense. We can go for. The push is going to do too much friendly damage. We can step back, but it's going to trigger... We can kill this unit. That's one more, or one less for them. Even if it's not necessarily one of their strong ones. We can strike these guys. Get rid of a couple of their mage units. One's down. Spider come through and strike you and pretty much insta-kill. Is it going to change anything coming down? Oh, it does. Okay, cool. Then we can go ahead and drop the heals on no one, but we can shoot you with some Steel Blast. And overdraw this crossbow on you as well. Take him down little by little here. With the critical hit's very, very key there. There's the frozen electrified ghost fire. So, see, since you get hit by all three of those debuffs, that's a pretty nasty combat enhancement there. I thought I was supposed to react twice to them. So enhance their defense a little bit further. We can do the same here where we enhance their defense even further, give them a little bit of heals. Alright, sweet. So that's the matriarch down. It's not over till it's over. But we're not getting a very good charge strike now. I guess the good news is they can't pursue, so we can just take a couple steps over and come back in and hit them. Doing max damage, but still not a ton. Alright. We've got 4 units, but they're close enough together that one lightning strike's gonna probably kill a couple. Ooh, lucky. Focus firing our Arbalest now. Rock Blast even worth it? Not really. Go Stone Skin here. And they're not going to be able to do enough damage to actually wound the Progenitor Golem. A little bit more damage for both of you. The Evoker almost takes down. Alright, that's much better. That's one unit gone. Neither one of them were slowed, which is unfortunate, but not to be unexpected. Now we get hit by the Ghost Fire. Yeah. Frozen units. Well, we've at least weakened the defenders here. Thorgrim, did you get frozen? What happened to you? Stun. Is stun one of the options? No. Fire and frost damage, lightning damage, and frozen. So why, if I'm not frozen, how do they get stunned? Alright, well, I don't know here. I think we're doomed. I might be able to pull it back. They've got low, oh, sealed. So that's the game then. All sorts of lame. Alright, well, poke him in the back. Do what you can. Alright, so wonder how this works out then. Because he was sealed. Well, he just gets killed. Such is the way. Yep. Ruler in the Void for 3 turns. We got absolutely backhanded by this army here. But even then, I still can't figure out why they were so tanky. That drops your physical resistance by, or your physical damage by already by 40%. That makes sense. Never mind. I understand fully why they were so tanky. Going for a full physical-based build is very difficult. So now we can't do any casting at all, which is just the best. Alright, we'll hold the line. All you can do. An eagle bow, sounds good. And a crown. Sounds a little bit less than good. And we'll come on back over here and do this seal then, and we'll pass the turn. What this Mage Bane's up to. Really? And clearly it doesn't think it can defeat us. Let's just see about a low-risk battle. I'll resolve it. Let's see. Wow. I think we could do better, but it's still gonna be a tough one. Plus, we still have you on your Umbral Juggernaut. Unit you absolutely should not be on. Alright, we can move up to this set of low foliage. Drop off the Twin Awakening. Gotta make sure no one follows really in her footsteps, otherwise they're gonna take the morale penalties. Yeah, see, hit the bow from here, yeah. Fire away. Extremely long ranged. Alright, so we'll bring the Bastion up alongside. And then you again up alongside, trying to avoid the Umbral stank. Cross will just keep moving up along the side here. Alright, extra defenses to you. Even though they're very likely to go after Sundrin first. Alright, now everyone in guard mode. Absolutely. Inspiring defense sounds good here. Although they are likely going to try to bait us in. None of them can really reach. The Devour Mind can happen, we'll see. Guard mode up, everyone. Okay, now they're gonna go for the teleport. Gets clobbered for it. While the Astral Refuge is annoying, it's not that big a deal. It seems like our spell shields there that we have are not really doing anything for us. One extra resistance. And yet it doesn't seem to be actually doing that, because they only deal 3 damage per shot, so it's not actually decreasing it at all. We have 5 resistance bonus there. So they do 3 of each. That's not it seems like we're not gaining any of our resistances at all. That should be doing 27 damage. Not with the amount of, yeah, they're base level. What's going on here? What's going on here? Can't strike the ones that are in the void. Step into the foliage, try to get a shot, crack a shot off towards the wisps here. Low chance to hit, but still did. Well done. Astral Pursuit. I got these guys mixed up. This didn't happen. Overdraw the crossbow, pretty much almost finished these guys off immediately. Oh, we grazed them. How awesome for you lot. Well, let's summon in an animal here. Sundrin can handle a hit from behind, hopefully. The biggest of hopefullys. Alright, we got a Thunderbird. Get to see how much damage it's going to do to him. Is it so little it's not going to do pretty much anything? Let's strike these two. 4. How much damage do we get just for a normal? As long as you hit, that's just about all of them. Let's see. I'll go for it. Hit 1 miss, 1 graze. Taunt here. Copper Golem. You go for the strikes. They do have Astral Refuge. Okay. Well, can we send the Copper Golem on in just to block this group then? And try to take a few of them down as well. Astral Membrane is a nasty debuff. Back to these lucky sunflowers, and neither of them can be affected. That means I've got these guys isolated now. And not great. Try to circle around. It actually works out for us. A Shield Bash. It's going to do more to the Wisp. That's what we're going to go for. Shield Wall. We can move up and have the Mage Bane strike you, or at least try to. Yeah, they resisted, but that'll be right. This turn's gonna hurt with these guys, though. Luckily, this one's taunted, so should get clobbered by our Anvil Guard. Alright, that was a nasty attack. Thankfully, they tend to like to go after your magical origin summons, so Copper Golems are super expendable. Speaking of... Oh, I didn't realize it had a melee attack. Use those tentacles for something. So a 50% chance to hit, but if we do, it's gone. Gotta try it. That's the way. That's the way. Same thing here. Oh, this one's in its astral sneakiness, is it? What a coward. What a coward. Let's give it to the Stormbird. Good old extra order damage. Suppose we can kill the Wisp if we hit it. Let's go for taking out this other Wisp and wounding the Watcher. And we're already going to get retaliated on pretty aggressively. Our Mind always has a chance of hitting. And getting a stack of Absorbed Mind. Which sounds just lovely. Gotta keep going for that 50% chance to hit, because it drops a lot more models, and when the Wisps are down models, they're not nearly as dangerous. Let's hit them with the Bastion first. That's some really good damage. And the Anvil Guard can clobber them too, the triple time, or the triple threat. These Steel Shapers should also have a move. Truthfully, I'm not sure really what I want to do with them. I can bring them around here. Try to go for the heals on this unit. Anvil Guard can't strike them because they're in the void, which is annoying. What if we come around behind? There we go. They're still taunted on that unit. We can go for the heals. Here sounds good. It'll also restore and regenerate them every turn. We won't get to attack this turn, but I think it'll be right. Keep everyone healthy. Important. Little by little, the Mage Bane starts to go down. Raise the second time there. Seems like the Astral Wisps just do their damage no matter what, even if they've lost models. So maybe they themselves are bugged. Because they shouldn't be dealing 3 damage per hit even without models. That's not how that works. You were still in Astral Refuge. What a fun ability that is. Take a step forward, one more. Let's move forward here with the Thunderbird and then go for the double strike here on the Watcher. Sundren absolutely will triple tap here. Overdraw the crossbow to try to go for the kill on the Wisps. That's the way. You take down the Mage Bane, and then you go after the Watcher. There it is. Puzzle has been figured out. Now we'll go ahead and bolster your defense, because we could have with the ability before going for the strike, which would have been optimal. That's why I didn't do it, of course. Good Steel Blast. And then we really can't do anything to this goofy eel. Go up and at least deal with the Flying Eyeball. See you later. So they're still taunted, which is great. Burn. Rest in peace, Thunderbird, and they're gonna go for the strike and get. So that's what's going on. They go into Astral Refuge because of the retaliation attack. Do you wish to claim victory and win the battle immediately? I think you gain bad guy points for hunting guys down, so we'll go ahead and say yes. There it is. We did lose a Copper Golem, but we can easily summon another one in 2 turns. Guess we'll need to start rebuilding Thorgrim's army. Alright, so that means we're going to need a Bastion in place of what we had previously. So a Bastion, a Steel Shaper, a Halberdier, and then as many Arbalists as I can recruit. A Whispering Stone has returned because here at Omen Hollow we have the Supreme Vassalage, giving us 60% of their income. Eventually we'll probably just want to integrate their city into our kingdom. New rally has started. Alright, so let's pop up into our diplomacy. Check the free cities. Pretty sure that Alfred is working very quickly towards making friends with all of them. Yeah, he's already vassalized that group. Well on his way towards the halflings. That means we need to try to build up our vassalage with Sunhill then, so we can start actually commanding them around again. This is one we broke, but we might as well be friendly with them as well. And we lost a seal very momentarily. Peaks has a blacksmith on in. This is a set production. We will in a moment. I was complimented. Your diplomatic approach will assure victory. I hope that we may profit from your relation with Omen Hollow. We indeed shall. Alright, so our Rally of Lieges is very aggressive now. We get in the Demonic Sun Priests and the Demonic Daylight Spears. Unicorns, which are a teleporting beastie. We just can't really afford any of them, so we will not. Very overcosted those units are for what you're getting. Alright, let's get another Arbalist here in Barakvar. And thankfully our free cities are sending armies out, but they're really small. Fairly small and fairly Well, there's another seal here. Well, hang on now. So is the seal victory not show us where all the seals are? It would appear so. Where's my victory conditions? Oh yeah. No, it shows them after you find them. There's a lot more seals than that. Alright, well that's good to know. Very good to know. Bring you on around for some more pearl specting. That's the shaper on your way. You activate this watchtower so we can kind of get a little bit of a better view on the area here. We should hopefully be able to prospect just by moving up to this cliff. Awesome. Get moving. So you can go ahead and expand further. We'll have you come on out and grab this research post. 2 more turns before Thorgrim's back. I can't wait. Move up towards the evil toad people of Hollow. And gain more gold. Awesome. That means I do think I want in a builder's quarters pretty soon down here. Probably in this province. We'll start having Karazakarak start grabbing the ocean provinces pretty soon. We have enough for the 2,000 gold instantly, so we'll go ahead and grab that. Filling the coffers up to full. Industry combat. I think we want to wait. We are how many population away? 3. That's not too far off. But I will go ahead and rush the Workers Guild. And then we can use the merchandise produced here to generate 89 gold for the turn, which I think is pretty incredible. Forge Tower, we need 10 population. We're getting there. That's what we'll do is we'll go ahead and boost up the stability even further with the bathhouse. Outpost, we get in the stone walls or a watchtower. I think neither one's very useful for us. More draft for more food, though, or for a faster recruitment. In fact, that is boosted up, so we can go ahead and do that in just for this turn. Very nice and cheap. There's a shrine in, too. Here we'll go for these stone walls, make sure we have proper defenses on this outpost. So with 356 production in Karazakarak. And then what is the order? Stability is orderly. Advice. Thorgrim Grudgebearer has been killed. Try not to do that. Idiot. Fair enough, game. Listen, we bit off far more than we can chew. It looks like Alfred's gonna come on in and claim that one now. Listen, Alfred, that was my seal and you know it. Get another hero on in. I think it's probably a good opportunity too, and we can grab one of these two and change them up. So immovable means no charge attacks. Defensive duel is probably the one we want here. I'm gonna friend of ogres. Well, if you guys have better skills, beads on chaos, Materium adepts, we get draft, lots of Materium. See, I don't think we want any Skaven running our settlements. That seems very undawi like. Yeah, so we'll just come on back over here and grab the defensive duelist. Welcome, Malny. We shall be changing you immediately, Lady Malny. We are going to be transforming you at once into more of a Prince Velagar. Iron Hammer. There we go. That's actually not a bad look. Welcome, Belagar. And he comes stocked with the Blade of the Chaos Consumer. He eats chaos. No. Probably not. Get you the bonk hammer, though. Yes, the bonk hammer of doom. I think this one's a little bit better, though, for what we're fighting. And it looks cooler. them a crown for more resistances. We've got nothing else in terms of items. Fair enough. Eligod, Ram Hammer. Good morning, Kevin, and hey, Angel of Light, welcome. Hey everyone, how's the grumpin' going? The grumpin's going well, especially as we just got Thorgrim smacked by some demonic birds. That goes in the book. A dozen times over it does. You lot join up there. Steel Shaper as well. We'll probably actually have you go. Well, you're already here. Welcome. Changed my mind slightly, but it is too late. Marvelous, come join here. Surprised it's actually faster to go over the sea than... I mean, actually, it turns out it is much faster. Please separate yourself from the other Arbalist. We'll join with this one. Alright, you two chillax here on this outpost for now. Sundrin, you're doing the same thing. Let's go ahead and have you two come back to heal. Perfect. You can even step them forward. That way everyone's all together. For the battle itself. You know, losing your leader is extremely bad, because you lose all of your spells that are being cast. You actually lose your research, too. We need to be more clever than that. Satirical Orb. Probably not a bad idea to start trading some of these over to allies for a little bit more gold. Raz are correct. I'd love to go for the inventory compound soon. Let's go ahead and attract some more population here. And we will start snagging in more quarries. The Dredger Quarry still counts as a quarry to me. That'll buff up our worker construct nexus too, and unlock us some water buildings, so we can go ahead and throw in the shipyard if we want. Just boost that immediately in. Awesome. I think I'll actually also go for the Wizard Tower level 2 as well. That way we're just building up even more Imperium per turn, or more attracting population. Magic Missile Wand. Looks like our allies are starting to struggle with this Astral Rift. Hey, how about you defend yourself? Because when you lose territory, I lose income, and I'm not here for that. Baragvar, you've got a Bulwark now. Sounds perfect. In fact, how many... We can just boost that right now for very cheap. Astral Dew. We'd have to capture it first, so let's go for a mine over here. This scout has had a lovely journey across the midi mountains here. Over here in the mountains of Morn. Alright, so anyone who's rolling with a shield, which is definitely not you. You've got a very high tier Cosmic Orb. Give you a Magical Missile Wand as well. You have a shield. Right, Shield Maiden? Indeed. So we'll give you the Shield of the Settled Grudges that Thorgrim used to have. Perfect. Halberdiers, you go ahead and join up with Belegar here. AP, get back to producing more Halberdiers. Oh, it's too late. I already got them recruited on in. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll go just one more Halberdier. Speed up the Bulwark production here, and then... Probably not a bad idea to start grabbing defenses in this province. 2 Foresters, which again, I don't think is ever going to happen until we start getting past these provinces. Let's go ahead and simply grab the Caltrop stash. And I'd say another Orbalist. Very useful they are. Alright, perfect. As soon as Thorgrim's back, we're back in business. Because I actually neglected to say it. Oh, hang on now, what's going on here? Why are our allies not helping? They're right next to. What's going on here? Game, come on now. Like, listen. You were meant to lose combat left and right. There's nothing you're gonna be able to do about it. Chaplains? I mean, I guess thankfully they don't have any good units. Fog of Insanity. Oh, good. So losing access to our units every how many turns? Every turn? Alright, well, I think, are doomed. We can't cast spells either because Thorgrim's still down. Oh, man. I still don't understand why we don't have reinforcements. So what even are these things? And why has this seal been attacked so often? They're murderous undead goat people. I mean, yeah, no. As it were. Yeah, the being infected with insanity means we're gonna start striking friendly targets. Wow, that's... I mean, that's a complete counter to what we have here. There's nothing we're gonna be able to do about it. Alright, well, Anvil Guards. Arbalists, move on in. We'll try to use you guys, defensive, or the warding, to try to not get hit by insanity. We'll try our best. Shield load up. And they're probably going to take their sweet time, because they know we're going to have, the longer it takes, the more damage we'll deal to ourselves. Yeah, we want to draw the gator in. Can't strike my arbalists, right? Right. We're not able to all fight in the same area here, which I don't like. I don't like that at all. We can run around the side and taunt someone that's already started to do some damage, though. Yep, no, we need to stay in warding mode for the most part here. We'll take the damage, but we can't get turned crazy. Extra fortune, extra strength, and extra bolstered resistances. I'll buff up the gator. Frozen, really. Now we're rolling poorly this entire time. They couldn't move to here. Excuse me. Oh, because they got hastened. Duh. All right, fair. Weakened and diseased. So thankfully we all ignored the fog of insanity. Let's bolster up this unit. We can't even move around the side with our Anvil Guard. That's all sorts of unfortunate. They've got us caught in here where we're gonna get blasted to bits. Cool. Let's see about haunting here. It worked. They'll still get hit trying to run. Fair enough, undead. And see about dropping a few more of these archers, or at least dropping a few of them in general. Oh, we only grazed them. Alright, kind of need these shieldmen to move up the side. We're gonna get struck by the gators. Nothing we can do about it. Thankfully they are taunted. Wow, okay. Get the crossbow firing in here. And turn. Anything that's good decaying, we can't heal at all. So whatever they sent after us here is the ultimate counter to our squad. Interesting that this seal's the one that's keep getting attacked. Oh, they found some grass to eat. Oh, and they went insane, turned around and attacked our guys. I don't know, this is a heap of shenanigans is what this is. Because we physically can't heal this unit because of what's going on. If we overdraw these crossbow, we're going to be firing through the heals they've got. We're just going to get obliterated here. Oh, man. I see the writing on the wall here. There's nothing we can do, just with the amount of damage we're dealing. Alright. Flee. Since we got cheesed by the game and it basically took away our reinforcements, there's nothing we can really do here. I figure as soon as we're out of here, we can take a look and figure out why. Oh, are you diseased? No, you're not. Figure out why we end up losing our reinforcements, which we absolutely should not have. You can't heal because of the disease, and neither can you. Alright, so we pass the turn. We'll have to leave this set of Anvil Guard to hold the line. So everyone went insane, okay? I'll try to not to have the... We'll try not to get too salty about this one, but this one, we got absolutely cheesed by the fact that we had no reinforcements. And we can't control you two because you went insane this last turn. Keep on running. Guess we can guard mode back the other way so we're not getting shot in the back. Speed this up since we already know we're getting smacked. Made sure they weren't fleeing. Good for you guys. Alright, cool. Oh good, you went insane next. So I have no control over you whatsoever. And you? Nope, we get to escape. Good. Yeah, sure. We lose that seal. And we lose the roll there, too. Yeah, I wish that the armies didn't just get to appear out of nowhere, attack the seal, and though we were close enough, they should have reinforced. It's inside the thing and everything. Sure. Okay. Thorgrim, where are you at? We'll bring you with the Bastion down to try to claim the seal before Alfred does. Lost and pretty much our entire army we were building up on this side because of this. We didn't take out a single one of their guys, so that means this army is also in all of the danger. Oh, alright. That's gonna be a huge problem. I figured they'll sit there on the seal, but they may decide to come out and start trying to attack as well. If that's the case, we are in trouble. I wish there was a way to cancel orders once you've already given them, otherwise I would have come over here and grabbed his gold stash. Empire skill available. Conquering a free city or destroying an infestation gives you 300 relations with all the free cities. Thorgrim has returned. Yeah. So we're waiting on our forces to come back after basically just fleeing from that previous battle. We'll start moving on down with these guys. How many Marauder armies are they sending? Just the one, looks like. Maybe these ones are just reinforcing. Halberdiers, come on down here and join up with Beligar. We'll all move in together. Channeling Chamber, more world map casting points and combat casting points. Ethereum bolstering matrix, so healing and buff spells gain 3 bolstered defense. It's probably worth it. I would say so. Our buff spells are being proper buffy. We'll need a new steel saber since we lost 2. I think we lost 2 of them in that last battle. Yeah, we did. We do need our support units. And we'll go ahead and send another bastion up north too. Larissa still has hers, and she was definitely supposed to come on in and help. Which is extremely frustrating. I think that would have gone very differently. The insanity there is not fun, but I think we could have held all the same. Sundrin, you hold on this seal, because they can apparently be attacked completely without warning from the void. Although we are at 18 out of 90, so we're getting there pretty quickly on our victory. I am just salty about not having game mechanics seem to work right for us. Yeah, they're just destroying everything, and the Omen Hollow people aren't doing anything about it. They're just letting it happen. How bizarre. Alright, well, we built up the Materium bolstering matrix. We can annex another province over here. Sounds good to me. I think it's another good idea to grab another something next to it and just surround our worker construct nexus. I also realized we haven't completed the Temple of the Tome here. So it's high time we probably do so. Let's leave one of your arbalists to hold on the seal. If we get drop kicked by an army, so be it. We'll have Sundrin move up here to investigate the temple. Let's give you one of these pole arms we have here. You guys can work together. Whoever's highest rank appears to take over as the general. Okay, so now we need a lot more arbalists. Got a bastion coming in. We'll go ahead and hurry that along to get another arbalist. I'm sorry, who are you? Where did this army come from? What is happening? This is probably one that's going after one of the seals, but the fact that they've just kind of popped up on the ruins is bizarre. Is this something that can happen? If any who are veterans, I've played quite a few campaigns, and I've had any random armies pop up on the ruins. Oh, they're necromancer moles. Want to bring the flamethrowers. We can't leave Bardakvar then. All in on military development. Treaty has expired. Cooperation then with you all. They're attacking the Astral Rift. Please do so faster. I might actually say it may be worth my attention. Except for we can't have any deals with you, and I'm not paying you for a teleporter pact. So if it's not too much to ask for, what is the goal here? Are there like objectives, or is it more open-ended? So in the story realms we're doing here, there are objectives. We have these two being our Pantheon quests, which are the kind of the main story quests. If I can do the right tab here. Here we go. So these are the ones that are the main story quests for what we're up to here. We have the Sehiran Trials, which this is where we were basically the three of us, or I guess the four of us, these four mages besides Gaston here, have been sent here to kind of sort out our differences. Since we're not allowed to go to war with one another, or at least not supposed to go to war with one another, we were sent here to kind of sort out our differences and figure out a way to move forward. We have two different ways to basically succeed in the Sehiran trials, which the first one is to control all of the seals. So you have these seals that are out on the map, combined with the seals victory. And every time as long as you were sitting on top of one with one of your armies, you were gaining 1 point per turn, per seal. Since we previously had 2 of them, now we just have the 1, so we're getting 1 point a turn up to 90. Once you hit 90 seal points, you actually win the game. These seals are, best way to put it is it's kind of like the way to basically shut off the winds of magic to the area, so no one else can travel to and from this world unless you wish them to. So that lays into our secondary quest here, Naught But Dread, where we have an opportunity to hunt down Gaston here, who he despises wizards of any kind, and he's basically made it his life goal to destroy all of them. So he basically has showed up, dropped a bunch of war machines, and to defeat him, we can either reach the Seals victory to basically lock him here and try to figure out how to solve his madness, or we can just destroy him here and now in combat and win that way. So we're going to try to go for the Seals victory to figure out how to save Gaston from his madness. His true name is Edward Portsmouth, but just look at him. So yeah, no, in your normal campaigns, it's much more open-ended, where you have these victory conditions here, as many of them that you have active, so you can choose the victory conditions for most of the realms, because it's very similar to like Civilization or any other 4K, where you can choose which victory objectives you'd like to be in the game. So normally you got your military one, where all you have to do is defeat the other rulers, nice and simple. Your expansion victory, where you have to occupy a certain number of provinces, build a certain number of buildings, and then light them, and then hold on to it for a certain number of turns. You got your magic victory, where you have to research a tier 3 tome, unlock the Bind a Gold Ancient Wonder spell, bind 2 of them, and then research a tier 5 tome and get the Age of Materium spell and launch that. And then after you do that, you have to defend your bound Gold Ancient Wonders for 15 turns. Then you've got your good old score victories. So whoever, as you are just doing things throughout the campaign, you gain points. Whoever has the most points at the end of the game wins. It looks like end of the game would be in 110 turns. So after 150 turns, that ends the score victory. And of course the seals one. We've got the seals out of the map, and once you secure them, you gain points per turn for having them. But as you've seen there, you get attacked randomly by them, by rogue armies, as they'll try to claim the seals back from you. How much gold are we at? 558. This is another one where I wouldn't mind probably snagging in the... We put a golden mine here. How many quarries are we benefiting from? Not that many. Still probably no more special province improvements. Instead, we can snag in the Masonic Hall, max out our production here. We are going to have to start defending our allies too, since they seem to be completely incapable. Roaring Furnace. Truly, a grandiose forge that draws its heat directly from the blazing depths of the world. Legends tell that Titans once utilized these great tools for their grand designs. The firstborn dwarves may have emerged from these primordial sites. You mean dwarfs? I know dwarves here. Because dwarfs is the only for Warhammer. Does anyone else have the FS for the final? Here it's just Warhammer. Crack, I'm going to let you continue to make us a heap of gold. Far we've got the defenses sitting here, which we definitely need. I think we also are going to go ahead and come on and grab the archer battlements, even if they're not boosted. Orders required, so they don't move once they've actually claimed the seal. Good to know. Got 3 Arbalists, 1 Bastion. I'm sure we would be dangerous if they closed the gap, but otherwise we're in lots of trouble. Oh. you guys stay here. She needs something more like an arbalist. Anything else will actually hurry their recruitment along. And they can take on the Temple of the Tome next turn. I what? Find our other scouts here who are running out of land to prospect. 69 more gold and nice. And then this bastion. We got one bastion with them already. 2 anvil guards here. She has a bastion. I think we only have one up top here. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and bring you to the north. That'll do. Keeping an eye on these guys, even if there's nothing we can really do if they decide to attack us. In fact, so once you have claimed the Temple of the Tome, we'll probably move on from there. We may even keep Belegar here to defend this seal. We'll see. Let's go for the work camp. Here that we can grab an extra province. So we could have Belegar and company clear out the Pantheon Shrine on the way through. We can claim this, which would be great. Alright, burn. Also real curious to see if he actually goes after the seals. He seems to be more interested in the total defeat of Alfred. Or not Alfred. What is your name? Edward. I see you circling the seal. You've got easily enough units. This is kind of what I was hoping for. One of these armies sitting nearby that we can move in and use them as reinforcements. Temple of the Tome. We'll go ahead and explore here. The hidden temple complex is forgotten by time. Herein did the Archons once worship the All-Father. Ooh, good old Odin himself. However, the light that aided the masses in connecting with the divine has long since been extinguished. We shall explore. So we've got Scrolls of Terror. Sundrin of House Eniok and her retinue approach the temple, the Grand Temple of the Tome, decorated with the depictions of stern-looking goateer. Sundrin of House Eniok hears eerie chanting coming from within, and espies a group of hooded figures performing some sort of ritual. Suddenly, a blood-curdling scream echoes through the temple. The group is summoning something big and otherworldly. Sundrin of House Eniok's companions swallow nervously as they look on, awaiting orders. Which allows if she should allow the summoning ritual to continue or stop it before it's too late. We probably want to stop the demonic summoning. Demonic summoning is active. A Baelor. Nope. So they already have the Baelor. We'd be facing off against Baelor and Infernal Juggernaut, which is a good old spicy mammoth. Rimblin, a Warlock, and an Infernal Puppy. Alright. Also, it's just delayed. So instead of in 5 turns, it's in 8. Man. I actually think we might be able to take him. Just due to how powerful Sundrin is. Let's go for it. I'm gonna go see how Auto Resolve does. They actually succeed. Let's watch it. I'm tempted to just take this. In fact, we probably will. Ooh, battle. And while they fight, I'm gonna jump up and actually go grab myself some more coffee. Before I do, though, looks like Angel of Light said, okay, this is actually pretty interesting. Both objectives seem more interesting to pursue. This is much more nuanced than a Total War or Warhammer. Indeed. Well, most 4K games to have a little bit more... I'm trying to think of the word. Complex victory conditions. And multiple different routes to victory as well, besides just bonk everyone in the head. Which is always an option you have. Man, this didn't start out very well at all, did it? Thank goodness Sundrin is an absolute monster. coming back, and the battle still does not seem to be going our way at all. And Berserker gonna try to go after these guys, hitting them with the Holy Flames. Going for the Strengthen before them was probably the better call, but Chaos Brand Berserk removed. Another shot of Purging Arrows on the Baylor, and our Halberdiers are getting in there. Just ignoring the elephant outright. And the gremlins too. Impressive. He gets chopped, turns, goes all the way around after Sundrin. How did you survive, lass? I'm sorry, what? This appears to not be the actual end of this battle here, or how this actually went. I go for the crossbow behind, killing the Valor. Catches everyone around it on fire. Down with the bloody big head. So how did Sundrin make it out of this? Interesting. It looks like it did desync, though, because she's completely fine. Huh. So we'll never know exactly what happened there. Scrolls of Terror Aftermath. With the cultists gone and their ritual undone, the Temple of the Tome at last falls silent, and Sundrin is free to investigate. The cultists were not praising the deities for whom the temple was actually built at all. A malicious-looking scroll sits in the center of the ritual circle. An artifact used to summon beings from the world called Abadoth, bearing illustrations of beings like dire penguins. It seems the cultists were using this scroll to call on this demonic power. The scroll is silent, yet so incredibly captivating. So much knowledge rests within. The knowledge within could certainly be useful. If we were anyone besides Thorgrim, destroy it. Burn the scroll. That's right, that temple has been sanctified. Albeit at pretty great cost. So here's the thing, I'm pretty positive this orb up here is the one that was sent to go after our other seal down here, and it got lost along the way. So let's go ahead and grab the boys here. Need to make sure we've got plenty of arbalists rolling with us, though. So more arbalists for the recruitment shop. Beautiful. Bronze Golem is finished researching. So now we can go for our next move, which is Obsidian Weapons, more base melee and physical range attacks by 1 damage. Really, by just 1 damage? That's pretty meh. Iron Golems are highly defensive shield unit, resistant to negative side effects, and protects allies. Probably on par to our Bastions in terms of usefulness. Let's go for the Obsidian Weapons, though, because it's much faster, and it's still useful, whereas the Crows, not necessarily as much. A province was pillaged by my vassal, and sent me the spoils. Oh, thanks. They're burning the outposts up here. Alright then, Wolf Raiders, good job. Whole plot twist, a necromancer or a priest revive them? Yeah, probably. Probably. Negotiations succeeded. Oh, we have successfully made good buddies with the vipery-looking crocodiles down in Grogtur. Good news. We won't worry about how evil they are. Units gain, 10% more experience. Mine? It's expensive, but that is mine. Negotiations update. Sunhill, who was also evil, we've actually fixed up their vassalization, so I think we can send them out to target certain things now. You guys go blow up all these astral rifts that are out and around. I do not like them. Let's go after Astral Rift 2 that was down here. We can use Imperium to send out a battle force now, but usually they just send like 3 guys and they get curb stomped pretty aggressively. More food. We'll move here towards this watchtower. Alright. Sad day that there's no more mountains to excavate up here. Oh, no, never mind. What am I talking about? Plenty of mountains left. 6 more production. I can create a new bounty. Actually, let's do this. So we'll say capture this Astral Rift for 200 gold. And Carissa, I can't promise you anything, but I accept. Go for it, lady. Something I don't have to deal with. We went from good to very good. So extra relations with free cities that are neutral or better, but most of our... I love that most of our vassals are evil. Just purest of evil. Focus crystals gained. Razakrak, you're making me so much cash that I would prefer almost to not use Imperium on... Or not Imperium, but not use any gold right now to build anything at all. Room of Recall. Oh, you can teleport him back to this Room of Recall if you need to. That seems pretty useful. I mean, this is only going to take 2 turns. It's not boosted. We can attract some more population for a fair bit of Imperium. Mines. Siege projects last or cost a little bit less. Units regenerate an additional 1 hit point per 2 move points they have remaining at the end of your turn. Oh. Huh. Interesting. That has the opportunity to give you a absolute ton of heals as long as you don't move. So if you sit for a turn, you can patch up pretty quickly. I think I'm going to continue, though, to keep trying to attract attention here at Karazakarak, keep building up our population. Otherwise, it'll take 6 more turns. Gross. It's mostly because we don't have that many farms. We're going all in on quarries here. It's doing a little bit to hurt us, but check it out. More quarries. Barak Var, I'd love to get more sea provinces. We'll have to wait 4 turns, though. That's fine. What we'll do instead is grab... These provinces are in a very good spot, though. I don't really want to lose our research post. At least not yet. We'll wait on the special province improvements and probably just grab in a library. We can rush it, really? Cool. We'll rush it and we'll grab then the Mantle Obelisk. Goodness, 1 more turn here and we'll grab the Artisan Armaments as well. Give us a little bit of critical hit chance. Which we've seen in our last couple battles we absolutely are going to need. Physical damage is starting to really fall off. At least against what we're fighting here. Eligard looks like a chess piece for you. Chestplate of Vitality, 2 defense and 10 hit points. Indeed, the grumpy stone boy. Yeah, let's get over here towards the shrine. We'll start schmoovin' with Thorgrim's army. Arbalist, you keep following when you can. Got 1 coming in here and 1 not coming in here, which we'll fix right away. Actually, Baron's Golem it is. I'll hurry. Nah, it's way too expensive. We actually have enough gold, though, to start using the Rally of Lieges, and I think Lictor has a poison crossbow. We'll snag in the most magnificent of unicorns to our throne city. Because they have a teleport and a charge, which will probably bring them here with Sundred. Since she is a Elgi after all. Elgi? 3 more turns before we can annex a province at 8 Peaks, and we can grab in the Temple of the Tome, too. 2 knowledge per research post in the city domain, which you count as a conduit, not even a research post. Well, such is the way. Hold the line there, you. We'll be taking this back eventually. It's already just sitting here, so I'll go ahead and risk. Oh, hang on now. Welcome back. Jetty, Priestess of Bonk. We'll come out across the sea from here. Ethan will have need of you soon. But for now, our foes are too dangerous. Oh, really? She got throat chopped. Not only can she just said she can't complete it at all. Relations are suspicious. Maybe if you stop being so evil, we can be good friends. Treaty has expired. Here at Sunhill, we can pay a little bit of gold and a little bit of mana. Well, let's pay a little bit of gold for production. Production always useful. Once the vassalage gets a little bit higher tier, we can go ahead and get more goodies from them. Time to transform the dwarfs, though, into having linked minds. We are now the rocky hive mind Dawi. This basically gives us hyper awareness as long as we're standing next to another unit with linked minds or a construct, so we are completely immune to flanking damage. And then now we cast Artisan Armaments immediately. Treaty has been broken. Excuse me, Caressa. We are not to be going to war with one another. You need to calm down. Are you at war with... She's at war with Edward. Not doing very well, though, is she? Wonder what made her decide she couldn't go after the bounty. Huh. Either way, down here at 8 Peaks. Let's go ahead and snag in the Archer Battlements here for more defenses. Bronze Golem, we can hurry along, and I'm going to, and we're going to go ahead and grab another one, too. Horrifying construct monstrosities. Go down here to our outpost. I'm going to have you claim this Pantheon's shrine as soon as we're able to snag it ourselves. Get on down there, Thorgrim. Maybe the seal battle is one where you can't bring allies, and that's why they're able to move in and take it so easily. We'll find out soon. Bring all these arbalists down together. Maybe a few turns actually traveling across the way here. Thorgrim, do you have a Steel Shaper? You do not. We definitely need at least one. Let's reduce just about everywhere, including up at Barkvar. And we can keep Karazakrak making us gold, or we'll grab the Fishmonger for that food income. Because we're down to 38 food, which is really, really not good. Going up here, we've got 2 Bastions and 3 Arbalists. Still not enough to fight here, though. We need to make sure we've got a little bit more. You 3. Oh, no, you are out moving now. Oh, perfect. Good news is, looks like they aren't super elite. Just some White-born mole zombies. White-born mole zombies. Let's get a Halberdier. And we'll wait for good old Artisan Armament to come on in. Food, and then the Watchtower. Skadoosh. We'll probably then move on in and grab... Just go to the underground passage, because you can prospect certain underground tiles. Not all of them, but a select few. Enough to make it useful. Alright, another battle axe. I think it's a good idea to start sending some of these items either over to our allies, or we can come on into our item forge here and actually start tearing apart what we have. So we go to our arsenal. Take out this bow, the satirical orb. We can't do multiple. Oh, unfortunate. Disenchant the white horse. Disenchant the pony. The Dowsing Defender. Fire resistance. Battle axes are always fun to use. We'll go ahead and disenchant it though. Dealing with this Frost Great Axe and probably even the White Horse. 440. So we come on into a blueprints where we can actually rebuild one of the other ones we've already built on up, or we can forge something entirely new, which I think we are going to go ahead and do. Time to get us some Thunderers? I think so. Belegar is not going to be the Belegar that we necessarily remember. So we'll have him dealing physical damage. How much can we increase goodies here? So we can have it inflict wet, the wet inflicting rifle. Inflict distracted is so useful. What distracted does is it basically makes every single attack that hits them a flanking attack, which will do 25% more damage. Incredible. Dimmed, pretty useful there too. Infecting. Units killed with this weapon come back as decaying zombies. I'm sorry, what? It's the zombie resurrecting rifle. That's crazy. It's gonna be a tier 4. We can't go into the mage lock of zombies. Okay, so maybe not. That's not something for us. I don't mind +1 range, though. Then we can go even further with a 10% more critical hit chance. Making this a fire the heavy mage lock. It will ignore half of people's armor and resistances. Have 90% chance of inflicting distracted and has 1 extra range. The disturbing mage lock. Ooh, here we go. Even though Malachi's Persuader is not a rifle, it's a hammer or a wrench. That's what we're gonna do here. So we'll go ahead and forge that. Malachi is a mage lock. Sweet. And then we'll give Belegar a rifle, which, I mean, he'll be happy about having a gunpowder weapon, I'm sure. I would. Actually, probably a good idea to bring Sundred over to start stamping out this Astral Rift. It'd be a very hard one to deal with now that we've let it kind of fester as long as we have. We'd also have her come up and help out here, so that's what we'll actually do. On your way then, Sundren. We're not going to have everyone defending the seal, because if we just lose this one unit, so be it. That's really not that big a deal. Maybe how we do the seals going forward, where we allow them to be taken. If they come at us with a crazy army, this allows us to know what they're coming at us with and know what the special modifiers for the battles are going to be. In fact, we're going to have you go into guard mode, so I don't have to worry about giving you orders every turn at all. Come back and join here. And we'll get rid of the invaders before we move on. Goodness. 2 turns before we have some population join. Let's go ahead and attract some now. That way we can grab the secret temple. Glorious. What does this give us in terms of Rally of Lieges? The Blessed Soul shielded unit. Target is condemned, deals double damage instead. Not bad if we have access to some condemn. So if we were playing an order build, those would be awesome. We are not, though, so a little bit less awesome. I know it requires a scout unit. We have been prospecting the out of these mountains. The Evoker's robes. Not Sundren, but where are you at, Larissa? You already have Channeling and Mantle. What about instead of the Evoker's robes? 20% more damage? That shall do. You got the Death Beetle currently. I think I'll actually give you the Bone Wyvern instead, which is a little bit more spooky. A proper, good Witch of the West. Alright. Turn. Wonder how we're gonna secure the alliances with Carissa and Noctis then. I figured that we'd have some events pop up, but they haven't happened yet. Just a stack of 4 ironclads, that's no big deal. Oh, can we not have these guys? Yeah, we can just say, do not engage. So here's the Marauder Guard we're gonna have to deal with. They've got meteor showers. We will auto-combat that one. We lose this seal. And they'll sit here and defend. Yeah, it's probably the much better way to do that. Until our armies are much more elite, where they're 3 and 4 and 5 star units only. I mean, I say we should be able to handle them. So now we are at 21 out of 90, but no seals under our possession. Obsidian weapons is done, which means we can find a new one. We go for siege magic. We actually don't have very many casters, so that's going to not be very useful. I'm not really that keen on going for elementals right now, so let's do Cascading Command Defend. So we hit one of our construct or linked mines units, they gain Watchful, which gives them an additional retaliation attack, and they enter defense mode, even if they've already used an attack for that turn, and it's going to apply to adjacent constructs and keep repeating for adjacent constructs after that, which is great. Alright, Kruzzer Karak. Grand Wharf, we need 4 water provinces. We're definitely going to have to take some time there. 8 peaks, we get to go for Builder's Quarters, I think not. Nothing here, we can have a lot of our settlements just kind of produce some gold for the time being. Okay, we can go now for those artisan armaments. It's going to increase our upkeep by 22, but increase our critical hit chance by 30%. Fantastic. Not sure what more effects they added to it, but they go ahead and summon in another Copper Golem. I figure we can do it in more than one turn. Yeah, we'll go ahead and say no to this spell. And instead, we'll just go ahead and grab those Obsidian weapons, keep buffing up our overall damage. Our bar will get the Fender to make a little bit more gold. Zerker, a Necromancer. I mean, I think we have no trouble here. Let's move in, do some damage. Scare off these Marauders. A risky battle. Oh, but we have the Golem Mine, and we have the Spelljammer. Let's see what you got. Oh, they actually have the link showing on the battlefield. How cool. Almost kind of like the geomantic web. Oh, and there's our Iron Golem. Are you a free unit the whole time? Look at you. A tower shield to be proud of. Okay, so where all can their units move to? Let's go Golem here. Halberdier unit, then our last shield maiden, and then we'll send the crossbows up. And like so, just blob up something fierce. Looks good to me. Protective wall. It's even better than your normal shield mode. Oh, and they actually take a stance too. How cool. Oh, we can buff these guys up even more. Super defense. Then go into warding stance. Everyone else, go ahead and just drop into defense mode for me. Bring it on in, Whiteborn. Necromancer going for the strike on the Lord. Yeah, kind of figured as much. Deals 3 damage of each, or just 3 damage total. Yeah, that was quite the return hit. Zombies, they're trying to decay our lads. Can't have it. what spells we have access to here. Rock Blast, a Steel Fury Chant, a Stone Skin. Let's go Stone Skin on our Lord here. Now we have to shoot over friendlies that were, yeah, obscured by units. We need to get better positioning. Better positioning it is. Alright, so let's go ahead and move over here to you. Ooh, 50% no matter what. Obscured by obstacle. Oh, really? Okay. Steel Blast this unit then. Iron Golem can do some serious damage back. Can't go into Protective Wall then, though. Which is what I'm going to do. Wall mode. Try to go for the crossbow shot here. I'll take a graze. But what we need to do is try to flank or get away from, just a little bit away from friendlies here with our crossbows. We can actually use them better. Not bad damage. We'll have you overdraw and go after their Necromancer here. There we are. Halberdier unit, I wouldn't mind you coming on in and going after their Charger. We'll step them together here. Go ahead and take the strike on the charging unit. Hit us back. We'll have Priestess of Bonk heal herself. Be a little bit cheeky. We should be able to go for the bolster resistances on them next turn with heals. Now, losing some morale. Hate to see it. The move to use ability means less attacks for them. They got their zombies around wide, huh? The super chop. And they get struck right back. Yeah, 17 damage coming back at them. They critically hit almost every time, which is fantastic. Well, they got both the zombies round on them. That's no good. Triple melee strike there on these Necromancers. I'm absolutely enjoying. You resisted all three of those. Good for you. Steel Fury Chant. Not gonna buff up enough, so let's go for the Bolstering Chant to heal. I think the Spearman's fine. We can just have him go into guard mode and just sit here and catch their hands for days. We'll go for the Bolstering Chant here. Overdraw the crossbow, still 50%, really. Don't like to see it. Go ahead and power up these golems. Annihilate these spearmen. Yoink. The ultimate rotating club beatdown. If I step back with them, yes, they're gonna get hit. Now they get hit with decaying too, so no heals. Can we then overdraw here? Oh, perfect. Perfect. Double up on that damage on these guys, and we'll have this set of crossbows. While it seems strange, they're gonna hold the line. As long as they're in guard mode, they at least gain a few extra hits of defense. They're up to 10, so they're not going to be dealing much damage to them at all. That's why they choose to go after someone else. I played this as the mole race a while back in a fun game. I should download it again. I think you should too, Kevin. And since there is a multiplayer version, You could join us up for one of our streams sometime. Can't heal there because of the decaying. Such a good ability. I'm thinking we'll bolster up here. Bolster up. Crossbow time. Really? Skewed by obstacle. Oh, they're standing inside of some woods. Fair enough. I'm still gonna go for it. Never punished. And their trees are gone. Alright, as a battle mage, you're not allowed to hit people who are right next to you. Defense is all the way at max there, so let's go ahead and take one step backwards. Increase the defense on these arbalists. I can also take a step back and just finish off these zombies here. Good night, sweet prince. I'm back into guard mode here, so let's keep absorbing those hits like champions. Let's finish off the necromancers so we don't have to worry about them coming in, resurrecting any units. Probably should have gone up towards them with this guy. That's alright, we'll go all in on going after these charge units here. Hit him with halberds. Defense. Sunners will get even more damage the next couple hits. Perfect. Sunner defense every single time there. Haven't quite finished them off, but now they're stuck in and they won't be doing any damage at all. For a little bit of a mage duel here. Love to see the critical hit. Is it crossplay? I only have it on PlayStation 5. I believe it is. I think that's what Creo said last time we were playing. But here after this stream, I can easily go ahead and take a look. I'm pretty sure it is a crossplay, but it may not be. We shall find out together. Move in and clobber these evokers. Only thing we should have done differently there is step them together so they had a higher critical hit chance, but that's alright. We shall overdraw this crossbow. Cancel the retaliation. Never punish. That should be, they should also be able to walk away without taking damage. Perfect. Bird fire. Hopefully get a little bit of a critical hit. Nope, not this time. Overdraw twice there. We'll walk forward. And then just blast them with some steel. Spearman, you are going to get retaliated on, but that's fine. Give him the business. Get shot back. Those we can handle it. Finish off these mages, and then it's just the zombies. Now they're both decaying, so we can't heal them. Unfortunate. Could give them stone skin, just for 5. Which basically just means whichever one we give it to, the zombies will go after the other one. Which is fine. We'll give them stone skin in the turn. Yeah. What we figured. Luckily, no one dies. Hit them with a steel blast. I'd love my arbalist to finish these zombies off. Overdraw those bows and finish them. Ballista for days. There we go. Undead moles and toads stand no chance. And that iron golem mine is fantastic. We need more of those. As many of those as possible, please. Oh, sweet. I will download it once I've come back from voting. You your duty to this refined republic. Alright. I think we may just want to go in for the golem mine then, yeah. Pop you in on in there. And that way then Karakate Peaks is defended as well. Spawns an iron golem on the owner's side in combat in this domain. So is it inside the city is the domain? Let's find out. A collection of provinces belonging to the city. There it is. So as long as the golem mine's in the city, it'll move in to defend. That is pretty perfect, actually. And we'll go for the mana obelisk here. And here in Krauser Crack, we'll still keep waiting until... Oh, I figured it was... Why are we doing this infinitely? Because we can do it on repeat. As soon as we have the 15th population, that'll boost our Town Hall Tier 4, which is what we're going to wait for. You leveled up, did you, lass? Perfect. We're going to have you summon in an elemental, an animal, Holy Retribution, Dark Ritual, or Blink. Blink is not a bad one, but having more units is always the way. I think even though your axe has no special abilities, we'll keep you with your axe. We might need to make you a fancy axe there, Jetty. So let's give you your actual proper skills then. Inspiring Leader and Warsmith. Wall Army Leader, all constructs have 1 defense and heal extra 10 hit points. Not bad. Go ahead and give you the upkeep reduction. It's one of my favorite ones to grab pretty early on there, especially if they're going to be leading an army. Battle won by independence. You mean by me? What do you mean? Independence didn't win that battle? Not at all. Alright, let's get these golems moving. Come join us over here at the seal. This is actually what our copper golems will evolve into if we get them to survive long enough. Let's go ahead and just have us hang out next to the shrine. And we can explore it here next turn. Usually you have a way to weaken whatever's going on in there with an event, as long as you have the mana or the gold, so we'll see about doing that here next turn, but we have a little bit more in our stores. A little unfortunate we can't move more than 1 unit at a time, but we can at least, I guess, queue up their movement. You dealt with that even more efficiently than I expected. So let's come on back around now and go after the seal. Reclaim it for 8 peaks. This is really not that big of a deal in terms of an army. The meteorites are pretty dangerous. Each meteor deals 5 fire damage and 15 physical damage. Let's auto-resolve this one to see how bad it is for our health. I'm sorry, excuse me. Alright, we gotta see if we can do a little bit better. That's a lot of charging units, but we've got lots of crossbows. Let's see. And as long as we get to see where the meteorites come in, I don't see this being a problem. Impact next to random enemies. Oh, so you just get hit by meteorites no matter what? Okay, I see. Well, these modifiers are a little bit unfair. I mean, good grief. I wouldn't mind this being a meteor shower being just impact randomly on the map, but if it hits, it always hits next to your guys and deals that much damage. Sure. Now we're definitely on a timer. Move on up here, lads. Sundrin. She can fire on them first. We get nice first strikes with her. No, not quite. We'll just move Sundrin to here, which makes this whole area behind us impassable. Let's Twin Awakening here. Buff up the damage we're dealing. And then we'll need to restore some of these others as they move on up. This is great. This is another army that's pretty, or at least another modifier that's tailor-made to dealing with the Imperium. Or the Materium, rather. The tomes, which are all about standing next to one another. Let's go 2 bolstered defense for no one. At the start of every turn. Luckily, it only lasts for 3 turns, which is very good to see. Alright, we can bolster up defense further here, which will at least help with the meteorite damage. Restore our actual healers. Let these marauders come towards us. Where are these meteors impacting? Actually, not a bad roll. The second one wasn't as good, but the first one not bad. They're all in a line. You two hold the line here. Sundrin. We can have you summon in an animal or just start doing some immediate damage. Let's get the extra units. Gain a Gore Tusk Matriarch. Yeah, let's move up and try to at least deal some damage to these guys. Smashes through. I was going to use those as actual defenses for my guys, and now I cannot. That's alright. You will leave the U2 Anvil Guard there. The Bastion can move on up. Shield Bash. They get the first strike. We lose one of our Bastions. Where can you move? We gotta come up along the side for as much damage on these gargoyles as we can, so that next turn isn't gonna be that big of a deal for us. Not bad. I'll buff you guys up a little bit further. Go for the Steel Blast then on this group of gargoyles. Down to 1 model, which is making them pretty weak. They have pretty much free reign there with that unit. So let's move up 1. Do the same here. Okay, so with the gargoyles, they still have complete free reign with what they want to do. So that means we need to bolster defense the arbalists. And in fact, we need to fall back once further. There we go. Yeah, 1 more turn, or is it 2 more turns of meteorites? Yeah, 1 more turn of meteorites. You strike behind the line. Oh yeah, Sundrin's in trouble. And in place now. Went all in on the Gore Tusk Matriarch. Go for the cleave. Spears advance. Going for the strike on the weaker Anvil Guard, makes sense. Not dealing much back at all, are we? Quick stab, the Assassin Strike. Oh, so this is the less useful version. Alright, we want to overcast, or overdraw these crossbows to the right units here. Especially on you. Gargoyle. Remove their retaliations, that way Sundrin can take a step back. Awaken something else here. Got a little bit unlucky. Heal up Sundrin. I'm absolutely loving the Kislev campaign. These dirty the Chaos are being pricks. They absolutely are. They just won't let us win. Plus, the way the AI likes to strike at nothing but your small settlements is one of those things that I try not to get salty about, but it just happens. Too difficult. I'll go ahead and hit these guys with the overdraw. Send the halberdiers in to punish them. Come on, critical hits. Gore-Tusk is trapped in here, but we can use it to go after these. The gargoyles, just finish them off. 29 healthy damage. Spell the weakening effect. Now let's go for the heals on our crossbows. Our main source of damage here. Bastion. Probably just go into the shield wall formation. Striking being a kind of a bad idea there. We'll go Anvil Guard Taunt on these golems. They have to strike you. Heal one more model and a little bit more damage. Would we get the crit? It almost finished him. I'll be salty for you then. I'm not saying I haven't been salty. They both hit the same area. Turns out meteors do strike twice. Well, also, I'll try not to spoil, but we do have Retribution on the way. It's one of those where they're kind of just dealing as much damage as they can, while we remove their major settlements from them. So whatever they're going to be recruiting isn't going to be nearly as tough. Oh, okay then. All in on going after our Steel Shapers. This game also has a hefty amount of pettiness to it, where if they've calculated that they can't win, they then switch over into just killing as many units as you can, which is definitely how most players would play. Man, those golems are healthy. Let's use a Sundrin to kill these gargoyles. And overcast this crossbow on, or overdraw it onto you. Allows them to escape from, but kind of just barely. Let's bolster up defense here. Stone Skin, just to try to keep them alive. Now we're gonna get retaliated on no matter what there. Same thing with the big golems. Overdrawing that crossbow would not be super useful. We'll do instead is have them walk around behind and just shoot their crossbow at the golems. Keep you guys out of danger. Able to move without taking damage? No, they're not, really. Alright, well, let's throw hands here. Get the triple strike on them. One more crit, come on. Nah, we're not. Or not. Gonna get retaliated on either way. Very high likelihood that they're just going to pursue with the bronze golems here. They get the first strike, of course. We'll still go for as much damage as we can. If we can take down one of these big models, they're getting way less. Not quite. So have you try to flee on down as best you can. I'll always forget you guys can hit too. There's real no good actual answer here. Just maybe bring one of them down. There it is. Yeah, strike them 3 times. Then it's up to the halberdiers. We'll have them give these iron golems the old triple poke. That's 3 crits. There we go. That's all the crits that we were missing all in one spot. Actually went after a little bit stronger unit. Oh no, they're still taunted, obviously. Went after the bastions now. You're going for the... No, not the cleave, but the flanking attack all the same. Sludrin, go ahead and awaken yourself once more for a little bit more damage. And let's give the golem here the old triple shot. Let's finish off the iron golem. And then we can have everyone else just kind of dogpile that unit. Launch the Steel Fury Chant. I should have upgraded there, given it one more unit some defense before I did it. We'll just do that there, and then... Target cannot be affected. Really? Not heal yourself, then. Strengthened effect. I mean, never punished? That's the way. Gonna have to step away and get hit. Don't like that so much. I bash move in there and get a good old double strike on him. And let the spears finish him off. And there's a seal reclaimed. We didn't lose anyone in the process. Excellent. So you two stay here on the seal, and we'll leave Sun Trading Company back. Heal. He leveled up, gaining a brand new signature skill. So we can go for Holy Retribution. Any attack that hits this unit from within 3 hexes deals spirit damage back to the attacker, and it inflicts condemned. Disease and poisoned. Being able to teleport. Oh no, this isn't teleport. Enemies in a 1-hex radius fumble their attacks for 1 turn. Let's go for Visions of Woe. Something a little bit different. We have Bolstering, Defensive Master. Always into your turn in defense mode. Martial Expertise is probably a pretty good option. Golem Assistant. Start combat with an Iron Golem Assistant, a Tier 1 fighter unit. Don't mind if I do. Gonna have to sneak our way through here, so let's get into... Oh, hang on, there's more cliffs over this way. Oh, we gotta wait for now. We'll go to the underground passage next turn. We're about ready to reclaim this one, but these guys were way scarier than that previous force we fought. So we shall wait. He's got 2 of these armies now we can move in together. We'll have you move up this other way. We have both of them a strike at the same time. That should be no problem to win. Back to minus diamonds, a barbed shield. Melee attackers have a 30% base chance of becoming bleeding. That's right, fools, become bleeding. Our mage lock isn't here yet. Just you wait, Belagar. Soon. Heavy Armor Greaves. Oh, you don't have any of those yet. You can only move 3 hexes in combat. That sounds terrible. No thanks. Even your defensive units, you want to be able to move much further than that. Alright, so, Unicorn. I'd say come down and join with the other order-based units with spirit damage. Alright, there's the way. Thorgrim, you chill. And turn. Oh, did he summon more units? Oh no. Violence intensifies. Jeez. This is more of an end times invasion than the end times invasion. Just stacks on stacks of ironclads. I don't know how you fight that many in one army. You have to hope that... Excuse me, Alfred. How about you leave the Giger people alone? These are mine. Got 7 turns. Hopefully we beat him there. Launch the obsidian weapons now, though. Perfect for carving out parts. I think they gained a little bit of a black sheen to certain parts of it. Alright, we're up to the units regenerate an additional 1 hit point per 2 move points. Or we could have very fast embark while embarked, gaining extra fast movement, and then roads allow us to move faster too. Let's grab advanced logistics. Moving further, very important. So we'll bring this bronze golem down to join with this army. Come on down, Steel Shaper. It's quite the journey here. Alright, perfect. But we can still move in to try to decline the battle, too. Let's see. We shall explore. A new creed. As you approach the Pantheon's shrine, fading, unreadable words are emblazoned across the first footstone. You see a crumbling statue at the far end of the temple depicting an ancient, unknown Godir. Before you can progress further, a golden dragon appears. Well, that's not an exciting... That's not an exciting, enemy to fight. Followed by a booming voice. You walk in the divine halls of a Godir long lost. Are you, High King, to be its new patron? Prove you are worthy through this trial. We can pay penance. You were not condemned for now. Or none are free of sin. But I aim to be better. I mean, since we're good enough, we'll go ahead and say, no, we're not condemned. So we still have to face down the mythic, or rather, the golden dragon no matter what. Yeah, we definitely want to make sure we're bringing more units before this one. Because this guy here, Lightbringer, can steal one of your units, which, always a bad time. Alright, sweet, everyone's coming on in together. Our golem is on his way too. One more turn before they arrive. And they get to the shrine, though. Oh, probably. Awesome. You're nearly healed, so let's get moving up to the edge of our territory here. Get back to prospecting. Let's come all the way over that way we're not losing too much of our movement. 67 more gold. Sundra in defense mode. You in defense mode. We'll have you some allies soon. Get this section of mountain here prospected for us. 73 more production. As long as it's not items at this point, I am always happy to see it. There we go. Shouldn't have said anything. Granted, the heavy crossbow, pretty useful. Alright, 8 peaks. We can't quite get the bronze golem because the building itself is not up to tier 3, which we need to have 10 population for. It's only going to take the 1 turn to come on in. Let's do it. And here we're just waiting the 6 turns or until we have 126 more Imperium. I don't like that so much. Let's go ahead and grab, though, the archer post just in case we are attacked. Because the amount of enemies that are coming down here eventually is going to start overwhelming both what we have up top and what is here in terms of our allied troops. It'll take her quite some time to actually arrive with the main force. Barak Var can annex another province, and we're going to go ahead and grab... Let's grab a fish farm here. The most food we have by far. Production in Barak Var, we will go ahead and grab the fishmonger. Indeed. Another copper golem sounds like a good idea too. Bolster our forces wherever we can. Yeah, the fact that Aldred is just needs, or Alfred rather, is just not going after the seals. Big thumbs up from me. Alright, you unveiled suspicions. Your increasing control over the seals has caused disturbances in the realm, which have not gone unnoticed. Now, last Dreadnought Edward approaches. Listen, Gaston, unless you're offering your unconditional surrender, what are you doing, Thorgrim? Do not think I do not feel the disturbances of the astral flows. If you think you can use some cursed eldritch magic to stop me, you are not only foolish, you are no better than any other wizard king. Ursa tries to intervene. Edward, please, you're not yourself. And for a moment, there's a hint of doubt and pain in his eyes, and then an angry red glimmer returns. Your treachery leaves me no choice. My righteous march cannot be stopped. Blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne. You will currently achieve the Steel's victory in 67 turns. Well, thanks. That's not going to be forever away. So we've got ourselves a new buff spell, and now onward to our next Tome of Magics. We're into our first tier 3 tomes, which we go for the Tome of the Dreadnought. And start giving him the business right back. I kind of want to start giving him the business right back. We could bring our own Dreadnoughts to the fight. Of course, there's also Tome of Transmutation, giving us those transmuters, which can stun enemies for a 90% chance. It's so high. Transmutation Circle gives just becomes a magical material. Adaptive Armor. Whenever you take non-physical damage, it gains bolster resistance and status protection. This is the one. We'll grab the Tome of the Dreadnought after.
Once mastery of the mineral realm has been achieved, one may bring about the truly wondrous. Imagine the ability to manipulate and alter the very nature of the physical. To look at a substance and decide, be not this thing, be that instead. And thus, one may begin to grasp what can be achieved by harnessing the many gifts of transmutation.
Be not this thing, be that. We've got now Steel Skin for a minor race transformation. Transmutes our race into steel, granting us defense, blight resistance, and a little bit of lightning weakness. Transmuter or that adaptive armor. Having some actual battle mages would be real useful. Because while our arbalists are decent, transmuters will just do more damage, period. And they deal asunder defense. Yeah, 12 per hit is nasty. Yeah, so let's grab a transmuter. Unlock the Bind Gold Ancient Wonder spell, which we are definitely not going to be worrying about just yet. So you join up. You join up. And all we're missing is a healer, which we have to take till next turn. That's alright. I think we can handle it with these units here. A risky battle. Exemplars, embolden allies, rally and strengthen, counters despair, and a Inquisitor, the Bolt of Judgment, weakened, stunned, slowed, and condemned. Alright then. I say we do wait for at least getting the Mage Lock and our Steel Shaper here. Summon in a Copper Golem. I think we will up here in the north. Yeah, that's funny, because so here we'll put her exactly where we were if we were to be engaging that seal. And everyone still comes after to help. I wonder what happened before. Because if this is to be believed, if they attack us here, we are still able to pull in all of the reinforcements from the surrounding area. I'm not really sure. What has just happened? Our Arbalest got annihilated. I'm not going to say that this isn't likely what is going to happen just because of the amount of our own units that'll burn on our guys, but let's see. Because if this looks like it's so bad there's no chance, period, we'll probably leave it like this. These things were incredibly tanky. Oh yeah, we start off right away by punching friends in the face. Why did you... I see. So they played extremely defensive. Let's see if we can do better. We'll have one more battle here for the stream, and then we'll go ahead and call things there. They just looked up and realized what time it was. Alright, so this time our crossbows are crazy. Yeah, lovely. Okay, so bring the golems on up. The bonk priestess. Yep, move everyone kind of like so. You're in range. Fall back once. Works for me. Alright, Larissa, you've got some pretty amazing skills here, but we need to keep you away from their nonsense. What's going to happen here is they're going to give this crocodile the strengthen undead, which will then allow it to actually reach our arbalists here. Alright, these crossbows have already shot at friendlies because they're rude. They got an absolute wall of arbalists for whatever the gator does come on in. Yes, come on into our shooting circle. Well, if it steps here, everyone's linked. They can't do anything. Well, let's see if we set things up for them very nicely. Larissa, can you hit anyone from here? Missile? No, you cannot. So we'll just go ahead and chill and wait. Buff up defense. Buff up defense. Buff up defense here as well. I'm almost positive that the gator's gonna go past our lines. If we try to go for a heal with her, she'll turn around in a bad way, so we'll just ignore that then. Shield wall up. Let's see what they've got for us. It looks like a couple of our units went insane. Froze them. Eating some grass. Even though they're undead with zombie goats, they still hunger for the wheat. Alright, they're going all in on this side. Which means we move up with our bastions then. Yeah, haul in on our hero. Disrespectful. Diseased and weakened. Okay, so we lost Larissa. We lost lots of... Why'd you turn around and strike them? What's wrong with you? Okay, so now they're gonna get flanked next turn. That's fun. We have bad guys now, boss. Alright, bastions. At least we can get a nice move up here. Lock them all in. Yeah, it keeps making the same unit insane. Fire in there. We go for the bolstering chant. Who needs some heals? Of course, you're paying, so we're out of luck there. They got themselves a wall of shield battle mages here. Retaliation. We'll use the copper golem as a bit of a sacrificial unit here. Yeah, I love that our halberds turn around and stab their own units. That makes things lovely. Drop their retaliation. What we can't heal them, or at least we can't remove decaying. I think it still does dispel it. So let's go for the dispel. Oh, no, just remove the weaken. Interesting. Yeah, that works, I guess. We can go for the heal on yourself maybe later on. Just deal as much damage to the gator as we can. We can finish them on off. I think that's a fantastic idea. Shield bash hits everyone in the line, so we'll just go for the double bash there. Heal the gator. Yeah, that's right. And stab him as well. And now's when things go real bad because our allies decide they want to be villainous. We'll step up behind the bastion then and go for the crossbow shot here. Weaken that unit as much as possible. Alright. Everyone resisted insanity? Perfect. What was the alligator brought back at full health? Well, all that work we spent for nothing. Necromancer is a powerful unit. Thankfully, we've got a lot of crossbows back here to just kind of blast on in, but I prefer not to have to use them like that. Overdraw here, that since they're the furthest back. Cancel their retaliation. Summon in the Elemental. The Icy Boy, which we'll bring on up. Here we go for the Freezing Blast. Immune to Frozen. Pretty useful. Weaken these guys a little bit more. Draw the crossbow to finish off this enemy. We can move up with bastions here pretty soon. Triple tap with our halberd. One more crit's all we need there. And since your buffs are all out anyway, we'll just go for the kill. You can summon in an elemental as well. So we're going after their damage. Necromancer's already used their resurrection spell, so we shouldn't have to worry about that again. Oh, I should have disease. Stops that from happening. Give the almighty poke. Bastion step forward. Our crossbows are all in kind of bad positions, unfortunately. We can just go ahead and step up into formation, though. Well, on this unit, then. It's pretty much the only one we can hit. Oh, shot our friends in the back. Well done there, Arbalists. Really just cleave through most of these. The last jawed mages now. 25% chance to hit is real bad. Let's try for it, though. Never punished. Not even once. Crossbows back here went insane. There goes our copper golems. Okay, so it says it's supposed to attack the nearest friendly unit or an enemy one. So they go after friendly units every time then. Even though they're not necessarily closer. That's annoying, but sometimes the game be like that. Put it behind here, we go for the magical missiles and the magical missiles here. Set a couple of those units, we lose the good defensive or the good positioning we had on our frosty boy, sadly. Just go ahead and kill there. They can't move, they're just boxed in. Let's move around, that way we can actually be useful. You can't use your teleport for one more turn. We'll give them the almighty poke. Well, I'd like to advance. If they stay insane, we're gonna be in trouble. Let's go. Bolster defense. We can just heal this unit without. There we go. Alright. Go for another. Yeah, we need to check before we do that because they are poisoned and can't get any heals. We're gonna have one more crossbow team. We'll move it over here and then just shoot them back. There goes their necromancers. Another crit. Yeah, we'll move up behind. That way these guys can't flee. Or if they can, their choices are very limited. I guess they can go this way. Double up on that guy. Are you gonna try to run as well? Or is it just back to my turn? Yeah, good job shooting friendlies in the back. Love to see it. Friendly fire isn't. That is a seal back in our control. And we didn't even lose all the units they thought we would. Just the one copper golem. Which we can just summon him back in this turn if we really wanted to. Yes, we have nothing really else to do with our mana. Summon back in another copper golem. With that victory and all the seals back under our control that we had at the start, things are ramping up quite a bit. We'll explore here. Please auto-resolve, be kind. We don't even need the mage lock. A new creed aftermath. You've withstood the trials of the Pantheon Shrine in the halls falls silent. As you venture further, a shimmering passes over a massive statue at the far end of the temple. When the light disappears, the statue is changed to show none other than you, High King. The voice booms once more. You have proven yourself a worthy Godier, O High King. Henceforth, this temple will be dedicated to you and your divine word. The voice fades, and with it, the original words of the temple. A silence falls as if the temple waits for a new creed. We gain some Imperium. I think we lead legacy through fortitude. We receive a hefty chunk of production in all of our cities, as well as a good bit of stability. 163 Imperium, or more unity through sacrifice. Legacy through fortitude. Captured seal. You two hang out here along this side. I'm actually going to go ahead and pull these arbalists out of the army. That's exactly what I want to do. Pull you like this, and then we'll have these arbalists, or at least this arbalist, join back up. That's what I like to see. Alright, now that we've got the shrine, we'll go ahead and pop in the conduit here, giving us 2 extra knowledge per research post, as well as 5 Imperium, 25 mana, and less stability. Awesome stuff. Then Thorgrim and his crew can come up and take down these two, and we have then 3 seals under our control to defend, which then should be speeding us along towards victory pretty quickly. Let's pull up our tabs again, which looks like they're gone. They were tracked, they're gone now. We're at 25% completion on the seals control. Here they are, perfect. Yes, we're up to getting 2 again. 1 more is going to be extremely useful, and if we can get over here to this one, nothing but elementals, which a lot of our weapons are very good at dealing with. Sweet. Well, we are in a pretty good place to pick up the next stream with. I'm thinking we're going to go ahead and have, or at least I'm going to try to have 2 streams up next week. This week it wasn't so doable just because of all the work I needed to get done on the back end, but we can go ahead and hopefully have 2 next week. If we aren't able to, we will at least only have 1 that is going to be for Zhao Ming, so that is going to be the plan. Thank you all so much for stopping by today's stream. I'll see you all next time.